proceed.
Clause 24.
I propose the question. The Honorable. The Honorable order. The Honorable Mwenje, I'll allow you to order. Allow to address the House. Order. Of course, he didn't go. Allow you to address the House so that you satisfy your curiosity, so that they know what you wanted to do. But you know this has fallen. Go ahead.
Thank you, Chair. You know, Chair, I'd waited for this moment for quite some time. Because when the Speaker was here, it was made to look as though we don't read. We don't know what Article 114 says. But we have put in amendments, and this is one of those amendments that did not require Article 114. So I should have that right to move it at the very least. Now the reason why I can't move it now because it's already been overtaken. But the reason why I was putting this.
The Honorable Majority Leader, as a point of order, just take a seat for a minute. Just take a seat. We'll come back. Don't worry.
Honorable Chair, you know the Honorable Mwenje is right, and nobody has stopped him from moving, because the one that we have has been moved and adopted is an amendment by the chair. Yours would only fall if probably it has similarities with the chairs. Therefore, if there is no similarity, if it is different, you then get an opportunity to move yours and convince us. Is that simple?
Go ahead, Honorable Mwenje.
Thank you, Chair. Thank you, Chair. The reason why, because I think the way we've done it traditionally, yes, I might be a first-timer, but usually we put all of them together, and then the chairs take precedence. Once we vote on it, the others fall. Now it's very similar. And the reason why I was bringing it up, because my proposal, which I'm hoping the chair would be listening to, I was proposing that this threshold that he has put for shares being repatriated, by inserting the words that make 50% of the share capital. What you put, the way it is right now, it has no threshold. It means even 1% of shareholding, which will discourage people from investing in Kenya.
Okay.
So what I would have thought is that if we would allow and set a threshold, and you know that even under income tax, at times we get to up to 20%. What is standard within our region is 50%. That is, and even the bilateral agreements we signed with Mauritius and all these other countries. So,
Honorable members, I think your point, Honorable Mwenje, is made. And yes, and I'd be sorry. The reason we did what we did is that the Honorable Chairperson's amendment was deleting the whole thing. So there was nothing to amend. But for your comfort, after 6 months, you can come back with the same amendment, so that you carry it without the chairman interfering with your train of thought. Let's go ahead. You still want to say something on this, Honorable Chungwa? Thank you.
Clause 24.
Oh, members, I propose the question that clause 24 be part of the bill, because there's no amendment. I now put the question that clause 24 be part of the bill. Will as another opinion say aye? Aye. Will as other opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
New clauses. New clause 22A.
So, members, I propose the question that the new clause 22A be part of the bill. The mover to move this for second reading.
Honorable Chair, I beg to move that new clause 22A. Honorable Chairperson, I beg to move that new clause 22A be now read a second time. Honorable Chair, this amendment is seeking to insert the following new clause immediately after clause 22. 22A, the false schedule to the Income Tax Act is amended by inserting the following new item, a financial institution license under the Microfinance Act. Honorable Speaker, Honorable Chair, when you check the fourth schedule of the Income Tax Act, it provides for institutions where once you take, say, for example, a mortgage, Honorable Speaker, you get a mortgage relief. But however, this has been, there has been This exemption is usually given to banks, to commercial banks, but microfinance institutions were missing from this list. So therefore, by inserting Microfinance Act as a financial institution recognized under 4th schedule, that improves the treatment they get to be the same as other financial institutions.
Thank you so much. Can I propose the question first? I propose the question, members, that the new clause 22A be enacted a second time. The Honorable Ruto, then the Honorable Majority Leader.
Thank you, Chair. Even as we look at this particular proposal of including the microfinance, there is also a need to evaluate mortgage provided by organized schemes like Parliamentary Service Commission, where they provide mortgage to members here or to staff. While they are repaying interest, it is not captured as part of the benefit as it is treated in the public sector or in the banking sector. So something, again, that we need to look at it. Thank you.
Thank you. Majority Leader.
Chair, first I support this amendment. It's a very important amendment, and I want to agree with CPA Ruto, because even for members of parliament, your mortgage scheme is not necessarily from a bank. It is an organized scheme, and therefore you ought to benefit. And I know in this amendment there was a proposal to extend the same reliefs to staff of the Central Bank of Kenya. But following a meeting we had with the chair and the KRA and the National Treasury yesterday and the day before, we will be bringing back that proposal so that it incorporates even schemes like that of the Parliamentary Service Commission, the Judicial Service Commission, and other Kenyans who have schemes that are outside of the financial institutions. But Honorable Speaker, again, the Honorable Junet told us that part of what the National Treasury did in this year's finance bill is to extend certain benefits to ordinary Kenyans. This amendment is extending mortgage relief benefits to ordinary Kenyans. Therefore, by voting for this, yes, you are extending mortgage relief to Kenyans who pay taxes, then they get a relief from their mortgage. So even as you vote no, be aware that your no vote, you are saying don't extend that relief to ordinary Kenyans. And therefore, vote yes.
No one has voted no yet, so don't worry. The Honorable Wandeto. No, this is second reading, so I'll allow at least 2 more members to say something. This is on second reading.
You know, Mr. Speaker, the majority leader is trying to, I guess, incite us against Kenyans on this live broadcast. But I would like to inform him that the reason we are rejecting, actually we want to reject this finance bill in totality. Clause by clause, it should be withdrawn, none should go through, and that's why we are going to be voting no for every clause. Because, like I said before, it's a bad bill, they published it, when they realize the heat, now they are busy cleaning it up, and Kenyans can see the attempt to clean up. We should reject in total. We don't need to raise this, extra money through these punitive taxes that are being proposed.
Thank you, the Honorable Omundo. The Honorable
Chair.
The Honorable Youth Leader, what's out of order? Let's listen to the Honorable Omundo. Hold your horses. Let's listen to the word of order first. The word of order from the
Chair, as much as it's not Oundo, it's Honorable Wandeto, he's saying I'm trying to incite Kenyans. You know, I would never want to incite Kenyans at all for whatever reason. But I like to inform Kenyans so that even as we make decisions, because we are making decisions that are in the best interest of Kenyans. And you vote. Honorable Speaker, if you can protect me from this kind of immaturity members, from the member for
we will listen to the Honorable Leader in silence. Then you will have your chance.
The Honorable Wandeto, who is a very well-schooled person, said that I'm inciting Kenyans. Whereas all I was seeking to do is to inform Kenyans that it is, and it is okay, by the way, to reject this finance bill in its totality. But in the totality of that rejection, it is also important for us to inform Kenyans that there are certain tax reliefs that we are giving to them. Therefore, Honorable Wandeto, I have no business inciting you or inciting Kenyans against you. I want you to tell the people of Mukurweini, of Tetu, where the ones you represent, those who are tea farmers and coffee farmers, who have no privilege like myself and yourself to be able to access mortgages from big commercial banks like we do. They walk to their microfinance institution in Tetu or in Nyeri town, they access a mortgage facility there,
I get a relief on my mortgage, you get a relief, you do not want the villager in your village
Thank you.
to get a relief.
Don't
Why
go
would
to
you
that.
be that unfair to
Order.
your people? Why?
Thank you.
Why would you be that
Thank you.
unfair?
Thank you.
Why?
Thank you.
Why, Wandeto?
Don't worry, that's okay. I think, order. I think all of us are entitled to our views, and there's nothing to be ashamed of our views. Honorable Wundo, go ahead.
Chair, as much as this amendment is laudable, I need to ask the chair to expand it beyond what we have been provided here, probably in due time, to include circles and any other schemes that can be registered. But Honorable Speaker, this element of tokenism, and then you say you are doing a favors to Kenyans, this is undermining the intelligence of people of Kenya. This tokenism, if we had not taxed them so highly, housing, they would not even be bothered by this tokenism that we are providing here.
Honorable Kagushia.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. You know,
Honorable
Honorable Speaker,
members,
what I realize is that...
Order. Honorable members, I'm allowing this debate, not point of orders, but this debate because we are on second reading. So I would like to hear a debate, no point of orders anymore. Go ahead, Honorable Kagushia.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. What I have noticed and is what we have realized, there is a bit of lies and misleading information from this House, is that from the budget that we passed a budget where we are going to collect 3.6 trillion Kenya shillings this coming year. And the much we have collected this year is about 2.6 trillion. Honorable Speaker, we are projecting to collect a revenue of an extra 1 trillion Kenya shillings, but Majority Leader is here convincing Kenyans that we are not raising any funds through this finance bill. Honorable Speaker, that is misleading, and Kenyans need to know.
Order. Honorable Kagushia. We are talking about the new clause 22A. I would like to listen to you on that clause, please.
Honorable
it's called relevance.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Yeah. What I'm trying to say is that the assertion that this finance bill, including the clause in question, is relieving Kenyans from taxes is untrue. Kenyans are going to be subjected to a tax to raise revenue up to 1 trillion Kenya shillings in the coming one.
Thank you. Honorable Minority Leader.
Chair, the problem we are having here is that there is a mentality and belief that the finance bill is supposed to raise taxes only. Taxes only. It can also reduce. Chair, facts are facts, and facts are stubborn. Majority of our people in this country bank with microfinancing. And if they are given mortgage reliefs for those who are borrowing from microfinances, and you are here opposing it, with the mentality that a finance bill should only raise taxes, it should not reduce, then you're in the wrong place.
Thank you.
You're in the wrong place.
Thank you. Honorable Muchomba. Honorable Muchomba. I've given you the mic, so just be patient. You're going to get it. Use the one behind you.
Thank you. Thank you, Chair. Thank you, Chair. Chair, I am a member of Gatondo CBO, a small CBO that is made up of many traders in Gatondo. I joined them when I was the women rep for Kiambu. Chair, the last AGM we did, we wanted to make sure that every member who is a normal trader in Gatondo, in the market, Gatondo Modern Market, affords a house in Mwihoko, in Juja, through our own small scheme. So I'm so excited, Mr. Speaker, that this amendment is going to give relief to those women, the traders in the market. It is absurd that somebody who is elected by members, like Honorable Adeto, can actually stand in the House and say that such women should not be given such a relief.
Thank you.
Mr. Speaker.
All members, we must decide this either way. Therefore, put the question that order. This will be decided either way. I now put the question that the new clause 22A be read a second time. Will another opinion say aye? Aye. Will another opinion say nay? Nay. Ayes have it. All members, I propose the question that the new clause 22A be part of the bill. I now put the question that the new clause 22A be part of the bill. Will as many of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many of that opinion say nay? Nay. Ayes have it. The honorable member from Kisii. I'm not able to get the name. The Honorable Mayaka, what is out of order?
Chair, you know, we are not, our voices are not as loud as our male colleagues.
You got the mic now, so go ahead with your point.
So, Chair, I just wanted to add my voice to this particular clause because it's very important. One of the microfinance institutions that is actually licensed under this is the Kenya Women Finance Trust. And for me, this is a win for the very many million women Kenyans who are members of the Kenya Women Finance microfinance institution because they're beneficiaries of this. Thank you. So
Members, I now put the question again that the new clause 22A be part of the bill. Will another opinion say aye? Aye. Will those of another opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Provisions relating to the Value Added Tax Act, CAP 476, Clause 25.
Members, I propose the question that clause 25 be part of the bill. Because there are no amendments, I put the question that clause 25 be part of the bill. As many of that opinion say aye. Aye. As many of that opinion say nay. Nay. Ayes have it.
Clause 26.
I propose the question that clause 26 be part of the bill. Chairperson, clause 26.
Honorable Chairperson, I beg to move that clause 26 be amended as per the order paper. Honorable Chair, there has been a big shift in how businesses are employing employees. So what you find is that most establishments would outsource the service of the staffing of their staff on a chair. And so what that meant is if I have a business that I employ 1,000 people that work at QuickMart, so I will pay my staff their salaries, and then QuickMart will reimburse me, will pay me. So what KRA did was go to those particular businesses and say, because you have received this, then you should charge VAT. And Honorable Speaker, Honorable Chair, from public participation, we realize that is a mistake because there is no value being added. It is just reimbursement for their service. And therefore, we are recommending that we expressly provide it for the law, where these establishments provide for that outsourcing of labor, Honorable Speaker, they will not be subjected to VAT when they are reimbursed by those establishments.
Thank you. Thank you. Members, I propose the question that clause 26 be amended as proposed by the chairperson. I put the question that clause 26 be amended as proposed by the chairperson of Finance Committee. As many other opinions say aye. Aye. As many other opinions say nay. Aye. The ayes have it. I now put the question that clause 26 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many other opinions say aye? Aye. Will those opinions say nay? Aye. The ayes have it.
Clause 27.
Members, I propose the question that clause 27 be part of the bill. Chair. Clause 27.
You know, Honorable Chair, it's the leader of majority who is consulting on a particular matter. Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that clause 27 be amended as per the order paper. This Honorable Chair is correcting a cross-referencing error where subsection 2 has been referred as subsection 1.
So it's a correction, just cleaning up. So I propose the question that clause 27 be amended as proposed by the chair. I put the question that clause 27 be amended as proposed by the chair. Will another opinion say aye? Aye. Will another opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I put the question, members, that clause 27 as amended be part of the bill. Will another opinion say aye? Aye. Will another opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 28.
Members, I propose the question that clause 28 be part of the bill. There will be no amendment. I put the question that clause 28 be part of the bill. Will as many of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will other opinion say nay? Nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 29.
Members, I propose the question that clause 29 be part of the bill. Chairman.
Honorable Chairperson, I beg to move that clause 29 be amended as per the order paper. Again, Honorable Chairperson, these are some of the matters that were raised by the members of the public. Because what this clause was doing, by changing the definition of the word person under the VAT Act, it would have created unnecessary responsibility and obligation for even small traders to be required to account for VAT. And therefore, this is some of the issues that we agreed with members of the public. We disagreed with National Treasury, and therefore we propose its deletion.
Members, I propose the question, not put the question. I propose the question that clause 29 be amended as proposed by the finance chairperson. The Honorable Kingola. The Honorable Kingola.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. As much as I agree with the Chairman Finance, when I looked at clause 29, Mr. Speaker, I wonder why each committee have to introduce such draconian measures to common mwananchi. If you look at that clause, it was proposing that every person who does any business should provide an invoice. And I was wondering, at what point will Mama Mboga, Boda Bodas, and those small-scale entrepreneurs do that? So, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Chairman, we should not be doing such things just to make Kenyans look like the government is minding them. Yet, it is something which is being brought here to incite or, in fact, look like they are bribing Kenyans.
Okay, the Honorable Majority, what is out of order?
You know, Honorable Speaker, it is important that we be honest with Kenyans and be very sincere in our engagements. Because the bill I am holding here, and I actually want to challenge, and I will volunteer my copy of the bill to Honorable Makau. Show us where in this bill the things you are alleging are about invoices are. It is okay to say things in Mavoko, but not here, honestly.
Order.
You can't allege things that are not in the bill that are there. And if anything, the chair has also clarified that even what was provided for in the bill in terms of a registered person, the definition of a registered person, he has simplified it and corrected it.
No,
don't use this floor to try and score cheap points.
The Honorable Kingola, where are the invoices in the bill?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I have the bill. Clause 29(2). This clause proposes to require the issuance of an invoice by every person who supplies goods. And of course, I was trying to say this will be very difficult for all small suppliers such as Mama Mboga, motorbike drivers.
Order.
That's what it is. It is not.
No.
It's in the bill. It is in the bill.
The Honorable Undo, sit down. The Honorable Undo, take your seat. The Honorable Mukuni, take your seat. The Honorable Kingola, read for me in clause 29 where the invoices of supply are. That's what I asked you to do. The Honorable, give it. Order.
Mr. Speaker, Mr. Chairman, look at clause 29(2). You can read, Mr. Chairman.
Order. I asked Honorable Kingola to read. Honorable Kingola, read that bill. Order. The Honorable Zambia, order. The Honorable Mukunyi, take your seat. Order. You can take my specs. The Honorable Kingola, you shall read that bill. Order, members, order. The Honorable Kingola, go and sit and read. Go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm going to read it. Clause 29, number 2, an invoice showing an amount of that purports to be tax shall only be issued in respect of a taxable supply.
Thank you. Now make your point.
Thank you. Then, that is why I said, Mr. Chairman, I have a lot of respect.
No. You'll come back to this.
Thank you. Give him.
Order, members. Order.
Mr. Chairman, I have the floor.
Because order, members.
Mr. Chairman, I have the floor.
Order, members. If we go back to what you had said earlier, you will find that, so go ahead and finish your point.
So, thank you, Mr. Chairman. The reason why I said this, Mr. Chairman, this government has developed a trend of bringing laws.
No, that now is conjecture.
Okay. Mr. Chairman, it is.
You shall sit down.
Because you cannot bring You cannot bring a proposal
Honorable Junet, go ahead.
to doing Kenya.
Honorable Junet, go ahead. Go ahead. Honorable members, it's not good to do conjecture. It's good to be factual. Honorable Junet, go ahead. Honorable Junet, move to this seat. Move. Just use this one.
Chair, it is true that 29(2) says an invoice showing an amount that purports to be taxed shall only be issued in respect of taxable supply. But, Mr. Chair, I want to tell Honorable Macau, my commissioner, that if he had listened to the committee chair earlier, yes, the amendments that the committee chair has moved by deleting registered persons, that registered person is talking about is the same people he's talking about. Mama Mboga, he's talking about Mutumba. Yes, yes, that is the truth. This is what the bill is saying. Unless you want to, that is, if you listen to his amendment, if you listen to the amendment of the chair, and I want to congratulate the chair by taking care of Mama Mboga, Mutumba, and all small traders. Chair, congratulations, because when you delete registered persons, you are taking care of that category of business people. But the corporate people will pay their taxes.
Thank you, members. I now put the question. Honorable members, that clause 29 be amended as proposed by the chairperson of the Finance Committee. Will as another opinion say aye? Will as another opinion say nay? Ayes have it. I now put the question, members, that clause 29 as amended be part of the bill. Will as another opinion say aye? Will as another opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 30.
Members, I propose a question that clause 30 be part of the bill. There being no amendment, I put the question that clause 30 be part of the bill. Will as another opinion say aye? Will as another opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 31.
All members, I propose a question that clause 31 be part of the bill. Honorable Chair.
Honorable Chair, I beg to move that clause that one be amended. And Honorable Chair, I beg for members for patience because this is quite a very controversial amendment. I beg to move that clause 31 is amended by first inserting such capital goods, the exemption of which the capital sector may determine to promote investment in the manufacturing sector, provided that the value of such investment is not less than 5 billion shillings, Honorable Speaker. So this particular provision on clause 31 is providing, Honorable Chairperson, for exemptions for manufacturers that come to invest more than 5 billion shillings. This is meant to make sure that Kenya becomes a manufacturing hub. 5 billion shillings, not less than 5 billion shillings. So that means that anybody that that comes and invests, makes such a huge investment here, and honorable leader of minority is telling me we make it too. Then that comes and makes the investment here, then Kenya will certainly become a manufacturing hub, Honorable Speaker, across the region. No. Second, Honorable Speaker, we are proposing to delete several of these paragraphs, Honorable Speaker, and this is where we are speaking to the change in the first and the second schedule, where some of the proposals that were being proposed move from 0 rate to exempt were being proposed in this paragraph 31. So what, Honorable Speaker, after extensive public participation, this committee has made a decision to retain the following items under 0 rate. Honorable Speaker, one of them is input of raw materials for, one of them is transportation of sugarcane from farms to milling factory, Honorable Speaker. And this I know is a huge, huge deal for the people of Western Kenya, for the farmers of the sugar sector, Honorable Speaker, and therefore it is important that transformation of sugarcane from farms to milling factories continue to be 0 rate, Honorable Speaker, so that we make it easy to have manufacturing, Honorable Speaker, and grow our sugar sector, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you.
It is also important to note that we have also retained, Honorable Speaker, Honorable Speaker, the supply of raw materials for feeds, Honorable Speaker. Animal feeds are going to continue to be under 0, Honorable Speaker, and this is to continue making sure that feeds, Honorable Speaker, that animal feeds continue to be to be affordable, Honorable Speaker, and continue to retain in zero return, Honorable Speaker. It is also important that we also mention that manufacturing of phones, of locally assembled phone manufacturing of phones, we still want to make that to be zero return, Honorable Speaker. This is going to provide, to continue making it easy for our own locally manufactured smartphones and other phones to be very competitive in the market, Honorable Speaker. It's important to note when His Excellency the President said that Kenya is manufacturing phones and laptops, some people said that that was a lie. It is important to tell Kenyans that we have companies in this country that produce more than 1 million smartphones per year, including, not limited to M-Copper, including Sangbird, including Jomo Kenyatta University of Science and Technology. So we have Dedan Kimathi University. We have grown as a country that now we are exporting smartphones, we are exporting laptops, we are exporting computer, Honorable Speaker, and this particular zero rating of this particular product continues to ensure that we have good employment for young people and we are competitive, Honorable Speaker, in that sector.
Thank you, Honorable Members. Order, order. I have not even proposed the question. Can I propose it first? I propose the question, members, that clause 31 be amended as proposed by the Chairperson of Finance Committee. And before you do that, before I give it to the Honorable, I want to give it first to Honorable Mbui, but before I do that, please welcome children from the Kirima Comprehensive School, Ojoro constituency, Nyaroro County. The Honorable Mbui.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Speaker. I had an amendment on that in that clause, which I dropped because I believe that I'm convinced to reject the whole bill. But Chair, on the matter that the Chair has raised, the change in 146. Now, I see this offending the Statutory Instruments Act because you cannot give the CS authority to exempt, and there is no reference to Parliament thereafter. Because he's just saying that such capital goods that the exemption of which the Cabinet Secretary may determine. Now, ideally, there has to be some fallback so that even as he makes that decision, he can also come back to the people's representatives for acceptance. So I think I would have wanted this to have gone through, but I wish he would have amended it in a way that we also hold sway over the executive on that matter. Thank you, Chair.
All members, on this, I will give a couple of members to say something. So I want to be patient, but when I give you a chance, please stick to the topic of discussion and spend 1 minute to make your point. The Honorable Wangwe. I'll give this side, then I'll come back this side. Give him the next. Give him any. The Honorable Wangwe, you could use this one. Sorry.
Thank you, Chair. Chair, allow me to really appreciate the committee for making it possible that we retain the zero rating of transportation of Ken, Honorable Chair. Honorable Chair, by applying exemption, it was definitely going to distract what the government has structured now in terms of supply of Ken. The industry has stabilized, Honorable Chair, and distorting it by making it exempt was definitely going to distract everything. Therefore, I want to support the amendment and retain that the committee amendment stands. Thank you, Honorable Chair.
Members, the Honorable Wangwe had moved successfully the sugar bill, and is now an act of parliament. That's why this is very important to him. I'll give it, the Honorable Junet. There's a young man I want to give a chance before you. He's called the Honorable Mukunji. Go ahead.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. And when I was reading this bill, Honorable Speaker, I was wondering, what is it that this country want to achieve by moving from zero rated to exemption of important things such as manufacturing of things in this country. Honorable Speaker, this House in 2024 was invaded because of some proposals that were felt to be so draconian in this country, Honorable Speaker, and out of the executive proposals, we found ourselves under siege, and many members had to run away in very weird places, including ambulances, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I am one of the people who spoke closely to these manufacturers. And because of that proposal alone, phones would have gone to more than 40% increase in their prices, and they could not compete with even what is, Honorable Speaker, they are getting from outside. But Honorable Speaker, I ask myself, Why is it that somebody can sit down and make a proposal so bad that it gets to this house and this house gets a bad name out of it? That's why, Honorable Speaker, as we say, and I know we are going to actually continue having this fight between zero ration and exemption. It is important, Honorable Speaker, to realize that many of these proposals have a ripple effect, whereby some of these proposals will have jobs being lost. Honorable Speaker.
Order. Honorable Mukunji. Now, be specific on 31, please.
Yes, I am there, Honorable Speaker.
Please.
Honorable Speaker, the phone manufacturers, as a matter of fact, they should be given some tax rebate, including the railway tax and other taxes that involve local manufacturers.
Thank you. Honorable Bongogoyo, I gave you a minute. You've taken 3.
Thank you.
Actually gave you 1 and allowed you 3. I said 1 and I gave you 3. Honorable Bongogoyo, go ahead.
Thank you, Chair. And I want to say that on this particular clause, the committee has taken into consideration what we raised on the second reading. But let me say, if you want to build a country, this is how you build a country by zero rating. The executive had proposed totally different, and most importantly, you want to bring in another clause as the issue of excise duty, and you don't want funds to come from outside the country, grow your economy, so that some of those things you are able to facilitate people who are in this industry, so that ultimately the issue of even excise duty, which we will be rejecting, will not be there, because once we grow this industry, it will be easy for us. Lastly, allow me to say, the chair, you have considered what you say. That is now what should be happening, not what you do in other incidences.
Thank you. Honorable Wandeto.
Speaker, I also want to thank the Committee of Finance for at least listening to Kenyans on this one. And that's why I was challenging my good friend, Honorable Kimani Kuria, that such proposals should not have even been published in the first place. We should not be going through this cleansing ceremony and wasting time. But, Mr. Speaker, my contribution is, and I would like the Honorable Kimani Kuria to listen to this, about manufacturing and the exemptions that are being proposed here, that the Cabinet Secretary can deal with exemptions up to 500 million shillings. I think you have amended it to 5 billion. Mr. Speaker, we are trying to encourage cottage industries. And we seem to be running an economy that we are purposing for foreign investors. Let us also purpose our economy to encourage local investors. We have many people going to China to get machines of 2 million, 3 million, to do juice extraction, packaging this and that. It is important that at least they also get this sort of capital investment exemption.
Honorable Jeanette.
Chair, I want to point out that members don't understand the powers they have. It is the same reason why, we are looking at this bill is because we are the ones who have the powers to amend it. National Treasury can propose anything they want under the sun. Now, you don't need to say, why is National Treasury proposing? It is you as the representative of the people who should make a decision. And that's why we're here today. That's what we are doing. Honorable Wandeto must know he has been sent here by Tetu people so they can protect their interests in accordance with the law. And that is what we are doing to do. So, Mr. Speaker, first I want to support this amendment. I want to say, Mr. Chair, that this amendment is going to make Kenya an industrialized country. Chair, you know, when you attract investment more than 2 billion shillings to your country and giving them relief is when you will get serious investors. That is when you will attract international investors. That is when you will attract foreign direct investment to your country, Mr. Speaker. Secondly, Mr. Speaker, I represent sugar growing area. By zero rating transportation of sugarcane, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Chair, is going to make my people's life better. Chair, as you are aware, this government of the broad-based has revived the sugar industry like no other government. All the sugar factories in our area are now working. In my own county, sugarcane farmers have been paid 1 billion shillings for the last 1 month, for the last 1 year, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, let us accept when the government is doing a good job. Let us own it, Mr. Speaker. Let us not just oppose for the sake of opposing, like what I'm seeing from this village of Amunyoro.
The Honorable Muchomba. 1 minute, please. Let it be a minute so that we clear this. The Honorable Muchomba.
Chair, thank you very much. I happen to be a member of Finance Committee, and we went to various counties in this country listening to Kenyans submitting on their views of the proposed executive finance bill proposal. One of the biggest proposals we received, especially in my county, Kiambu, they came and told us they don't understand the issues of exempt. All they care is whether the animal feeds are going to be cheap at the point of purchase. So, Honorable Chair, it is important for every member of this parliament, before we come to such strategic discussions like today, everybody should seek to read reports of committees before you come to debate in this house, so that you know what members of your county proposed and what is being done.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You know, I gave out the 5 on this side. Allow me to also give this side. The Honorable Oundo. Yeah. It's only fair. Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I want to support the amendments brought by the Chair of the committee on Clause 31, particularly to make manufacturing in this country more competitive. But more importantly, Mr. Chair, zero rating transportation of cane is a very, very critical move at this point in time when cost of production is a major issue in this country. The cost of production, 30% goes to transportation of cane. So if we zero rate, Mr. Chair, we will be reducing the cost of production in this country.
Thank you so much. The Vice Chair of Finance Committee.
Thank you, Chair. I think I need to make this clear. I am just a member of Finance. The Vice Chair.
Honorable CPA Ruto.
I am a committee member of Finance.
You've been purporting to be Vice Chair of that committee. I didn't know. Now I do. The Honorable CPA Ruto, go ahead.
Thank you. That could be good prayers. Chair, I'm just speaking from the point of view of the committee report. And can I be heard in silence, Chair? I'm just speaking from the point of view of the committee report. Yes. What members, Honorable Wandeto there is saying is that it is very good to be attentive and always collect the content of every committee report before you react. Because right now it comes out that the committee has done the right thing, what we were wailing about, what we were complaining about, and the committee, guided by Article 118 of our Constitution, they undertaken public participation and have taken into consideration the views of the members of public that are affected. And they are put in this report. The entire report carries huge stakeholder engagement and what members of public are saying.
All members, thank you.
Always listen to the report, go through the report before you argue.
Thank you. Now that you'll agree that this clause does justice to what is required. Honorable Kaluma, lastly.
Chair, I want to support this provision, but with a caution that when we zero rate goods and services, the benefit should go to the consumer. Honorable Chair, the reason as to why the government was initially proposing deletions of these zero-rated items is that no benefit is going down. Instead, the tax expenditure is going into hundreds of billions. So we are collecting money, giving to people who are not passing the benefit. So let me say that because we are not as bold as we should be today, and because the people want it so, let us zero-rate these goods, but let the factories, the owners of the goods and services, transfer the benefits to the consumers.
Thank you so much.
That is something we need to
members,
look at.
I want to allow the Honorable, because there's a small thing we left out, and it's causing confusion. The Honorable Chairperson of Finance Committee, you got 2 further amendments to move before we vote on this. Please go ahead.
So, Honorable Chairperson, even before I move these 2 amendments, Honorable Speaker, I am happy that our honorable members from the other side of the aisle, we are now reading from the same page. That Honorable Chair, these proposals come to this House. It is our responsibility to make our decision. That's why we are elected by the people of Kenya, Honorable Speaker. As important also not to take the floor of this House to deliberately mislead, so that when you are voting no, then you are purporting that
Thank
you are supporting.
Please move your amendments now.
Honorable Speaker, after further consultation I want to move a further amendment, Honorable Speaker, that on clause 31, that such goods with the exemption of the Cabinet Secretary may determine to promote investment in the manufacturing sector, provided that the value of such investment is not less than Kenya shillings 2 billion shillings, Honorable Speaker. The 5 billion is a bit too high, Honorable Speaker, and I think we agree that allowing investment of up to 2 billion shillings, Honorable Speaker, at least that will give an incentive to many more manufacturers. A billion, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, secondly, I would like to further move that, where is that? Honorable Speaker, Honorable Chair, I beg to further move that clause.
It's 174, paragraph D.
That clause 174, paragraph D, be further amended to read the following. In paragraph B1, by reading the proposal new paragraph B and substituting therefore the following new paragraph, the issue, transfer, receipt, and other dealing with money, including money transfer services and accepting over the payment counters of household bills, but does not include the rest. So we are just changing the word or to and. And the purpose of this investment, Honorable Speaker, after again very consultative public participation, the wording on this particular clause, Honorable Speaker, could have been interpreted to mean that M-Pesa services would be subjected to further tax, Honorable Speaker. So by wording it like that, Honorable Speaker, it expressly provides that no additional taxation would be allowed on such crucial services, like, for example, M-Pesa service, Honorable Speaker. And Honorable Speaker, lastly, following the ruling on the T-bill, Honorable Speaker, by the court, I think it's important that I declare interest that I'm a farmer.
Okay.
And so I did a lot with animal feed. And therefore, Honorable Speaker, it's important that I go on record that I am a farmer, Honorable Speaker, on this particular
Chair, before you sit down, there's an issue that was raised by Honorable Mbui earlier on what are the benchmarks to ensure that the CS Treasury does not use this discretion badly. I think you need to make a comment on it.
Yes,
the decision on the 2 billion.
So, Honorable Speaker, when you were arguing this, we actually strongly felt that we needed to add another provision to subject this to the National Treasury issuing regulations, Honorable Speaker.
Okay.
But again, we thought that period between now and when the regulations would be published and passed in this House could still disadvantage those ready investors to come and invest, Honorable Speaker. But we'll be moving further in further tax amendment to provide that the National Treasury must issue regulations, Honorable Speaker, as you said, to make sure that this particular proposal is not abused, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Mbui, I hope you work with him to ensure that you bring these regulations. So, members, I now put the question that clause 31, as amended and further amended, be further amended as proposed by the Chairperson of Finance Committee. Will have another opinion say aye? Aye. Will have those opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Members, I propose the question, therefore, that clause 31, as amended and further amended, be part of the bill. Will have another opinion say aye? Aye. Will have another opinion say nay? Nay. Ayes have it.
Clause 32.
Members, I propose the question that clause 32 be part of the bill. Chairperson of the committee.
Honorable Chairperson, I beg to move that clause 32 be amended as per the order paper by deleting the following paragraphs, Honorable Chair. Now that we have made the deletions on clause 31, that we are moving those items from second schedule to first schedule. We now need to delete them again where they are, Honorable Speaker. So this means that now the items that we have listed as taking them back to zero rate remains under zero rate.
You are cleaning up. Thank you. Members, I propose the question that clause 32 be amended as proposed by the Chair of the Finance Committee. Honorable Undo.
Let me also take this opportunity to thank the committee for listening to the cries and the voices of Kenyans. But of course, as we do that, we must always question the motive of the drafters of this document. They must have been sadists. They are not typical experts that we thought went there. No sane person, no sane Kenyan could have done this. Honorable Speaker, it's unbelievable. But thanks a lot for the Parliament for listening.
Thank you. Members, I now put the question that clause 32 be amended as proposed by the Chair. Will ask another opinion say aye? Aye. Will the Honorable say nay? The ayes have it. Members, I now put the question that clause 32 as amended be part of the bill. Will the Honorable opinion say aye? Aye. Those of the opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
New clause 26A.
Members, I propose the question that new clause 26A be part of the bill. Mover to move it for second reading.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that new clause 26, new clause 26A be now read a second time, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, this relates to supplies that are made to Kenya Defence Forces, Kenya Defence Welfare Services, the National Intelligence Service, the National Police Service, and the National Intelligence Service, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, Honorable Chair, the supplies that are made to these institutions for our men and women of uniform who do very tremendous job in protecting our country, Honorable Speaker, are exempt. But however, when the suppliers of this particular supplies to them, they are not exempt. And therefore, the suppliers to these particular institutions are not able to claim their input VAT. So, Honorable Speaker, by now providing this expressive proposal, Honorable Speaker, is going to increase the working capital available to these particular institutions. And we're talking about entities that apply, for example, fuel to Kenya Defence Forces. So that supply of fuel is exempt because Kenya Defence Forces, for example, or National Intelligence or National Police Service products, those particular institutions are exempt from VAT. But now the supplier, according to the current law, is not allowed to claim input VAT. So therefore, we are exempting this particular case, Honorable Speaker, to make it easier for those that supply vatable product to this particular institution.
Members, I propose the question that the new clause 26A be now read a second time. I put the question that the new clause 26A be now read a second time. Will the member of the opinion say aye? Aye. Those of the opinion say nay? Nay. Ayes have it. Members, I now propose the question that the new clause 26A be part of the bill. I put the question that the new clause 26A be part of the bill. Will the member of the opinion say aye? Aye. Those of the opinion say nay? Nay. The ayes have it.
Provisions relating to the Excise Duty Act, CAP 472, Clause 33.
Clause 33 has no amendment. I therefore propose the question that Clause 33 be part of the bill. I put the question that Clause 33 be part of the bill. Does another opinion say aye? Aye. Those opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 34.
Members, I propose the question that Clause 34 be part of the bill. Chairperson.
Honorable Chairperson, I beg to move that clause 34 be amended by being deleted. Honorable Chairperson, this is one of the issues that we debated extensively yesterday and before yesterday. And this matter relates to taxation on funds on activation. Honorable Chairperson, we agree that there has been a lot of tax evasion for many traders in mobile phones. Honorable Chairperson, you might find a phone like maybe an iPhone 17 trading at 200,000 shillings on a shop, whereas you know that price is not reasonable, Honorable Speaker. It means that around 55% of the taxes on the phones, those people are not paying taxes, Honorable Speaker. So therefore, if taxing these phones on activation would have led to higher collection, Honorable Speaker, and making it a level playing field for everyone. Okay. However, Honorable Speaker, upon further interrogation of this particular clause, the committee concluded and agreed with the members of the public, the Kenya Revenue Authority needs to work on systems first if they are to change the taxation point, Honorable Speaker, because as worded in this law, Honorable Speaker, it would have added unnecessary tax administration to consumers. If, Honorable Chair, you buy a phone and you send it to your brother in the village, and maybe that phone you do not know tax was paid on it, and then that your brother is required to pay tax on it, I think that will create unnecessary tax burden, Honorable Speaker, to taxpayers, Honorable Speaker.
Members, I propose the question that clause 34 be amended proposed by the chair. The first bite will be Honorable Mwenje's bite.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Thank you, Chair. Thank you, Honorable Speaker, and I want to thank the committee Because, Honorable Speaker, this was one of the clauses that I had a very serious problem with, especially with regards to the word activation. Because my concern was that this would peg a phone to an individual. And that would mean that in any time that you want to track that phone or shut it down or anything, this would have been a clause that would have been dangerously put there to be abused. And I want to thank the committee for considering that.
Member Bokigumo.
Thank you, Chair. I'm also glad that we were listened to because we are raising this issue. And I think the problem we have with the KRA is that every problem looks like something that should be dealt with a new tax. So the inefficiencies of being unable to collect tax from people who deal with phones should not be passed on to consumers. And I think that is in the right place, and they must ensure that their systems are effective. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I want to laud the committee for that deletion. And this is why, honorable members, the proposals in this yellow paper are proposals from National Treasury. It is us, the people who have been elected in this country, to look at what is painful with the people of Kenya and delete it and be able to rectify those things that are harmful to our society and will make the cost of phone expensive. Mr. Speaker, this is the way to go. As legislators, we will listen to the people of Kenya and we are able to get solutions.
Members, I therefore put the question that clause 34 be amended as proposed by the Chair of Finance Committee. Will those of that opinion say aye? And those of that opinion say nay? Ayes have it. Members, I now put the question. All members, clause 34 is deleted, and therefore there is no point to make it part of the bill. Next clause.
Clause 35.
Members, I propose the question that clause 35 is part of the bill. Chairperson. Doro Maklap. Take your seat.
Madam Chair, I beg to move that clause 35 be amended as per the order paper. Again, this relates to the issue of excise duty.
Order. Doro Maklap. Yes. Get off the between the chair and go ahead.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I beg to move that clause 35 be amended as per the order paper by deleting this particular provision. And again, this relates to the issue that we are discussing on telephone, on mobile phones, Honorable Chair.
Members, I propose the question that clause 35 be amended as proposed by the chair by deletion. Members, I put the question that clause 35 be deleted. Will husband of that opinion say aye? Those of that opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 36.
All members, I propose the question that clause 36 be part of the bill. Honorable Chair.
Yes.
Honorable Chair, we are on clause 36. Your amendments to it.
36, yes. Honorable Chair, I beg to move that clause 36 be amended as per the order paper. This proposal will, again, Honorable Chair, clause 36, one is about funds on clause 36.1, Honorable Chairperson. The other is about the various rates, Honorable Chair, including the rates for small independent brewers. Honorable Chair, we found clause 5 very dangerous, Honorable Chair, and we could also not understand why it was there, because the clause 5 was reading in the description, spirits of undenatured extra neutral ethanol of alcoholic strength 90% purchased by licensed manufacturers, by deleting the word licensed manufacturers. So by deleting the word licensed manufacturers, it will mean that you will have high concentrated ethanol being available being sold to other businesses who are not registered manufacturers, Honorable Speaker. And we thought that would be very dangerous, Honorable Speaker. Further, I'll be moving to further amend clause F 10. That is what? Huh? reading these Roman numbers, X,
The Honorable Chair, you got order. The Honorable Chair, you can consult for a minute. Okay.
On clause 13, Honorable Chairperson, we are now introducing a new provision. And I think this is very important for our brothers and sisters in the sugar belt sector. We are now proposing to increase tax on imported sugar. The current rate of imported sugar is at 7.5 shillings per kilogram. Our committee report had recommended 10 shillings per kilogram, but upon further consultation, moving that further, this be amended by making it 40 shillings per kilogram, Honorable Speaker. This would mean that all the companies, Honorable Speaker, that are producing sugar, the likes of Mumias, the likes of Muhoroni, and all those others, Honorable Speaker, we are going now to make it easier for them to sell sugar in this country, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you. Though members, I propose the question that clause 36 be amended as proposed by the Chair of Finance Committee. The first bite will go to Honorable Nabi Nabuera. Honorable Nabi, it's over there. You got the mic.
Thank you, Chair. I second the proposal, Chair. Coming from a sugar growing area, one of the problems we have had as up to yesterday is imported sugar. By making imported sugar more expensive, it delivers good prices for local sugar. It makes our local sugar more competitive. I therefore second.
Thank you. The Honorable Murugara. Actually, I know there's this side, so I'll do this side first, and I come back this side.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chair. Honorable Chair, I support this. This is extremely timely. We have had problems with our factories, local production, and going off sugarcane.
Correct.
Because in Brazil or those other countries, it is extremely cheap to produce sugar. So they bring it here, not just like an export, it's dumping. So they dump it here, we buy it, and we kill our factories, and we discourage our farmers.
Thank you. Honorable Mogaka.
This is extremely good.
Members, let's do a minute each. Honorable Mogaka.
Don't have a mic.
You got a mic.
Yes, thank you, Chair, and I want to support that amendment, and in particular, thank and applaud the Chair, Finance Committee, and Parliament for moving people-driven amendments. I am extremely happy that among the constituencies that the Committee of Finance visited is West Mugrango constituency, and when I see amendments being moved pursuant to the contributions and public participation done in my Nyamira town, I say this is the parliament that the people want, and I thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I want to support this amendment, for it is going to ensure that the sugar farmers are going to get more earnings. But, Honorable Chair, as the government imposes tax on imports of sugar, it must also remove levy imposed on tea, because tea farmers will not get earnings, will not get profit for their tea if their tea, which is entirely meant for export, is levied. So let government impose tax on imported sugar, but remove levies on tea for export.
Thank you. Honorable Baya. Honorable Baya. Honorable Baya, you got the mic.
Thank you. Chair, I would like to support this amendment and congratulate the committee, but also to say that this will contribute to growing sugar in new frontiers. For example, Kwale is one of the areas that for many years, Ramisi sugar. We have even potential to grow sugar in Tana River and potential to grow the fastest growing sugar in Kilifi. Honorable Chair, this is an opportunity, but also in the same breath, I would like to request Honorable Karemba to substantiate what levies have actually been imposed on tea. You know,
Thank you.
He does.
The Honorable Junet.
Chair, we must tell Kenyans the truth, that this finance bill is for Kenyans and it's meant to make their lives easy and simple. Chair, as I've said earlier, I represent sugarcane farmers. I represent my voters as sugarcane farmers. Chair, we have 17 companies in Kenya that produce sugar. And courtesy to this government of President William Ruto and the broad base, all the 17 are functioning. And all the 17 are paying farmers. And they are paying within 7 days. Chair, I want to tell you, governments that are facing elections like now, 1 year to elections, are known for removing taxes from sugar so that they can raise campaign funds. But this is a government that is imposing taxes on sugar 1 year to the election. What is that telling you? They want to take care of the farmers. They want to make sure that farmers earn, farmers get money. There is money in their pocket. We must respect and congratulate the president.
Thank you, Chair. Chair, I would like to...
Now, what is out of order, Honorable Wanjiboka?
I'm concerned, Honorable Chair. The Chair of Finance received a call, and he has since not returned back. And you know he was dealing with a live wire. He was dealing with a live wire. So is he safe? Is he safe, Chair?
No. The member for Lagos Songa, order. Now Lagos Songa on his feet, he will be given a chance to contribute.
Thank you, Chair. Chair, I wanted to say that this is one of the very progressive amendments that I would like to support. Chair, you know that me and you come from Siaya. We have 2 companies that are setting up, sugar manufacturing companies. And we want them to produce sugar to be sold to Kenyans, not to produce sugar and keep them in stores. Therefore, I want to thank the committee for this progressive amendment. This amendment actually is going to put money in the pockets of Kenyans, and is going to create employment for millions of Kenyans across the sugar belt.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chair, for this opportunity. You know, Chair, by increasing the import duty or tax on imported sugar, basically we are protecting our farmers, and it's a good thing, Mr. Chair, that we protect farmers. But Mr. Speaker, it's also important to ask ourselves, what happens to the local prices of sugar? Why is it they are not competitive in the international market? Because that may be what we need to deal with. Because as you protect farmers and you impose import duty that is very high, you forget that you've also got consumers who actually require the cheaper the price. So what we need, Mr. Speaker, is to find a way of sorting out the price matter, that we support our local farmers, but at the same time we also support consumers.
Thank you.
Because
The member from where? From where?
Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
There is nothing out of order on what Honorable Mbuya said. Go ahead, Honorable Member from where?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving me this chance to contribute to this amendment. While I support this amendment, I also propose that you impose taxes on imported rice so that we can protect the Kenyan farmers. We are spending 55.5 billion on imports to this country from India, from Pakistan. Mr. Speaker, from as close as Tanzania, we need to protect the very oppressed Moya farmer, Ahero farmer, so that they can make their living.
Thank you. Honorable Wangwe.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Speaker, Honorable Chair, thank you so much. I just want to put some factors correct. Do we have enough sugar in the stores? The answer is yes. Do we have enough cane? Yes. What do we need? We simply need to have the market ready as it is. Therefore, Honorable Chair, I want to support the amendment by the committee that we put it high so that we don't want to see importation of sugar.
Thank you. Honorable Wakali Mulu. I thought you already gave her a chance on this.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Honorable Wakali Mulu.
I was wondering whether I will be in order to remind you that we are not in that reading. We are in that reading, not second reading. And the procedure has been...
Thank you. The Honorable Majority Leader. When all of this?
Chair, I rise to support this amendment and indeed thank the Chair first for doing the further amendment from 10 shillings to 40 shillings. I even wish it would have been higher to make it punitive so that we protect our sugarcane farmers. You remember 3 years ago we were importing sugar. Sugar was at a price of 550 shillings a kg. because of the efforts that have been put to uplift the sugar industry in the country, today sugar is available, as Wangwe says, from the cane farmers. Cane farmers are getting paid. And the only way we can undo these good gains is if we allow all those cheap imports to come from outside. Finally, Honorable Speaker, yes. I've had a number of us speak to other levies. Levies to do with tea. I want to clarify that this finance bill has 0 levies on tea or on coffee. It is very important that we make that clear so that even as we seek to speak to the public, we be clear that the finance bill had only issues to do with helping sugar cane farmers.
Chairman of the committee, finally, so that we put the question.
So, Honorable Chairperson, I just wanted to also inform this House that further, we have provided...
Do you want to be informed by the Honorable Babu Owino?
Okay, let me be informed by the Honorable Owino.
You want to inform the Honorable Chair? Go ahead and inform him. He says you can inform him.
Thank you very much, Chairman. You know, Mr. Speaker,
Mr. Chair.
whoever he is, now, as at now, Chairman, let me inform the Chairman.
No, when we sit where we are sitting, we are chairpersons. When you sit on the seat behind me, we are speakers. We are not whoever he is.
Thank you. I was just trying to massage your ego, Chairman, but
I don't have ego at all.
Anyway, Chairman, let me inform Chairman Finance Committee. Chairman, our consumption rate for sugar in Kenya is at 1.14 million tons that we consume. What we produce is 610 metric tons, correct? What we produce is 610,000 metric tons, which means that what we import is around 505,000 metric tons.
What is your source, Honorable Babu? What is your source of information?
Chairman, let me just inform you, please, that this information is common knowledge. Therefore, Chairman, when we talk about importation of sugar, it means that we solely depend largely on imported sugar as Kenyans. And therefore, when the Chairman Finance Committee is stating that taxes will be increased from 10 to 40, at that rate, it means that the consumers in Kenya are going to be hurt more. Okay. Chairman, as I proceed...
Thank you. You are informing the Honorable...
Let me finish my point, Chairman. Let me finish my point, please.
The Chairman of the Finance Committee, you've been informed about... Order. You are being informed about quantities of sugar. Are you abreast with those quantities of sugar import and export?
Honorable Chairperson, the figures that Honorable Babu Owino is referring to is figures of 2022. So there has been, when Honorable Babu Owino claims that knowing how many metric tons are produced is a matter of common knowledge, it is a matter of fact, Honorable Speaker. And some of us also have an advantage of having extensively done our research on this particular matter to have the correct results, Honorable Speaker. So I don't want to be informed because Honorable Babu Owino is misinforming and disinforming.
Go ahead and wind up.
Honorable Chairperson.
Wind up.
On the other matter, Honorable Chairperson, it is important to note on EE, Honorable Speaker, on imported MDF boards, imported block boards, imported plywood, Honorable Chairperson, we are now adding 30% excise duty, Honorable Speaker, for some of these particular items, Honorable Speaker. And this is the reason. I come from a timber growing constituency, Honorable Speaker. The whole of Njoro, the whole of Molo, the whole of Kuresoi. But what has happened, Honorable Speaker, we have some this imported MDF and plywood, Honorable Speaker, that are coming from all the way from China, that has made our factories uncompetitive, Honorable Speaker. So what we are saying is that we are going to be selfish as a country. We are going to protect our own. We are going to grow our manufacturing. And it is important, even if the figures about our production is even it were to be correct, Honorable Chairperson, we are not stopping importation. We are saying if you have to import, fine, pay more. We have higher tax collection, and we support farmers, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you. Members, I now put the question that clause 36, as amended, be part of the bill. Order. Order. Honorable Babu Owino, order. Members, I now put the question that clause 36 amendment as proposed by the by Chair of Finance Committee. As one of the opinion say aye. As one of the opinion say nay. Members, I put the question that clause 36 as amended be part of the bill. Last that opinion say aye. As one of the opinion say nay. Ayes have it.
New clause 35A.
Members, I propose the question that new clause 35A be part of the bill. Chairperson. Move to second reading.
Honorable Chair, I beg to move that new clause 35A be now read a second time. This is amending section 29 of the VAT Act by inserting the following new paragraph: that excess duty has been paid in respect of inputs used by a licensed or registered manufacturer to manufacture accessible goods. Honorable Chairperson, this is seeking to provide clarity on payment of excess duty on inputs by a licensed or registered manufacturer. So what is happening currently, Honorable Chairperson, manufacturers of accessible goods have not been able to claim their inputs they pay on excess. So therefore, putting this provision now will make excess duty that is paid on raw materials, Honorable Speaker, to be claimable by manufacturers of accessible products.
Thank you. All members, I propose the question that the new clause 35A part of the bill. I put the question that the new clause 35A be now read a second time. I put the question that the new clause 35A be now read a second time. As one of the opinion say aye. As one of the opinion say nay. Ayes have it. I now put the question, members, that the new clause 35A be part of the bill. I put the question that the new clause 35A part of the bill. As one of the opinion say aye. As one of the opinion say nay. Ayes have it.
New clause 36A.
Members, I propose the question, the new clause 36A part of the bill. Mover. The new clause 36A. It's on page 15, 13, clause 36A. The NIS, Kenya Defense Forces.
Honorable Chairperson, I beg to move that this new 36A be now read a second time. Honorable Chairperson, as you know, the people that provide services, security service in this country, that is the National Police, the Kenya Defense Force, Honorable Speaker, supplies to those institutions is exempt. However, another important entity in terms of our security operators is the National Intelligence Service. So we are now providing for supply of goods and services to National Intelligence Service to be now be exempt, to be now be treated the same as we treat for KDF and for Kenya Police.
Members, I propose the question that the new clause 36A be now read a second time. I put the question. Let me hear the Honorable Mbui.
Thank you, Chairperson. You know, I've noted that there will be a drafting error because if you're going to put National Intelligence Service immediately after Kenya Defense Forces without either a comma or the word "and," then obviously that's a drafting error, so we need to correct it now.
Okay. I think the error is accordingly carried the way it's been mentioned. I now put the question that the new clause 36A be read a second time. As one of the opinion say aye. As one of the opinion say nay. Ayes have it. I propose the question, members, that the new clause 36A be part of the bill. I put the question that the new clause 36A be part of the bill. As one of the opinion say aye. As one of the opinion say nay. Ayes have it.
Provisions relating to the Tax Procedures Act, Cap 469B, Clause 37.
Members, I propose the question that clause 37 be part of the bill. There being no amendment, I propose the question that clause 37 be part of the bill. As one of the opinion say aye. As one of the opinion say nay. Ayes have it.
Clause 38.
I propose the question that clause 38 be part of the bill. Chairperson.
Honorable Chairperson, I beg to move that clause 38 be part of the bill. Honorable Chairperson, this clause 38, as you may recall, this Honorable House last year became the first country in Africa to pass a standalone legislation on virtual asset providers. Now that we already have a law that recognizes virtual asset service providers, now we are subjecting them to procedures of Tax Procedures Act. And the amendment that we are seeking on this particular amendment is to protect the data on this virtual asset space to make sure that the way the KRA uses that data is in line with the Data Protection Act, Honorable Chairperson.
Members, I propose the question that clause 38 be amended as proposed by the chairperson. The Honorable KJ of Dagoretti North, Dagoretti South.
Mr. Speaker, I want to thank you, and I want to thank the Finance Committee, because in the hearings with the public, this is an issue that did come up, Mr. Speaker, and I want to agree with the chairperson that the movement that we are doing is in place with the new laws that we are making, and also making reference to laws that we have passed in this House, up to and including the first Data Protection Act in Africa that was passed by members of this House, Mr. Speaker. And so I want to associate myself with these amendments. These amendments, Mr. Speaker, are proving a fact that this House does listen to the public. When we go out on public participation, it is not an act of public of PR, public relations, Mr. Speaker. We actually do listen to the citizen, and what we are seeing in the Finance Act this year is actually a product that has gone through the process, up to and including the involvement of the people and the public, Mr. Speaker. So, in the sense that it does not offend the Data Protection Act, I do stand to support, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
Thank you. The Honorable Mayaka.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I want to support this particular clause because since when we passed the VASP and it was assented into law here, it has actually been very beneficial, Honorable Speaker, because it has brought more comfort to investors, especially in the digital financial innovation space, and it has made the risk level to go down. So, Honorable Speaker, this is one particular space that we really need to support, because again, when you look at the output of cryptocurrency investment that we do in this country, we are actually listed among top 2 in Africa. So this is very encouraging, and we need to really support it as a House. I thank you.
The Honorable Ruto, CPA.
Thank you so much, Chair, for this moment. I was part of the team that went around the country in the 2 bills that have been signed to the law, the Virtual Asset Act. Chair and members of this House, we all have to agree and live to the fact that the world is changing, digital world is shifting, and now payment systems are moving from the fiat currency to the virtual asset. And it is for this purpose that we have to appreciate as a country, like what the other countries have gone, to ensure that they have legislated this particular regime so that we facilitate trade through exchange of virtual assets. And for that purpose, we have also to align with our tax laws so that out of those transactions and facilitations, revenue are able to raise to fund our budget. So it is a good move, and it's a showcase that Kenya is compliant and is committed to move forward as a country and to move with the first world countries that have accepted the new regime of virtual asset transaction. And this one will facilitate the flow of capital in businesses, in investments across the country. So it's something that we have to support it and ensure that we comply with it and align our legal framework to this particular. Thank you, and I support.
Thank you. The Honorable Mukunji.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, the area of virtual assets, you find that this is one area that very many young people have embraced. Honorable Speaker, while we are looking to tap into that, Honorable Speaker, it is important also the government to do the right investments to empower and ensure that young people are able to grow in that area, especially, Honorable Speaker, the ones that actually we have not been able to provide jobs for, Honorable Speaker. Well, as I feel we have rushed to go and tap into those taxes, because, Honorable Speaker, it is actually a place that government has invested the most little money, Honorable Speaker, in the Honorable Speaker, this industry. But I feel that, Honorable Speaker, there is a need now that obviously, while we are not passing this bill on this side, the majority side and obviously the government side, the broad side is going to pass it. It is important that we do the right investment.
You will come back. Hold your thought. What is out of order, Honorable KJ?
If Honorable Speaker, Honorable Mukunji must be responsible for the veracity of the statement
What is out of order?
on this floor. The statement he's making is totally out of order, Mr. Speaker, to claim that there is no investment being made in the digital space by the Kenya government, Mr. Speaker. And Mr. Speaker, this gentleman ought to familiarize himself with the digital master plan that is rolling out digital points in every constituency. And if in his constituency is not investing, Mr. Speaker, he should say that it is in his constituency that the investment is not happening. But nationally, Mr. Speaker, there is a grand plan that is rolling out digital centers in every single ward of this country, Mr.
Thank
Speaker.
you.
And I want to call upon Mr. Mukunji to set up his digital innovation hubs. We shall equip them for the benefit of his people in his constituency. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Speaker, that was an uncalled for interruption, Honorable Speaker. And I want to say that it is not about the promises. And Honorable Speaker, we have been through this. We have seen the promise of Grammys, the promise after promise, Honorable Speaker. We have done the investment, Honorable Speaker, in our constituency. I'm actually doing very good with my digital hubs. But, Honorable Speaker, that does not tell the government to come after those young people that are trying to make a living and trying to make it. When, Honorable Speaker...
The Honorable Mukunji. The Honorable Mukunji. You know, you're a young man I like so much, but I would like that when you give you a chance, you be factual. It's very good to debate factually, so that when you're speaking, I don't have so many of this. You know, the Honorable Mwango, please go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. Inasmuch as the government side declares that they're supporting digital content creation and the new what they call the economy, the digital economy, I would want to ask my brother from Dagoretti North, through you, Chair, what are they doing to the restraints that are being put on digital content creators from Kenya not to enter Tanzania, the likes of Jakamfine, the other digital content creators that are venturing into Tanzania, and these people are being asked and they are being declared non-grantor to Tanzania.
Thank you.
What are you how are you addressing that issue?
So
it
what
matters
happened?
when you are creating the digital economy.
Thank you. All members, we are on clause 38 of the finance bill. Honorable Mwago, a very good question, which I would like you to bring through the normal processes of Parliament. Just do a question. It's a very good question. No, it is not his job to answer questions at this point in time. All members, I put the question that clause 38 be amended as proposed by the Chair of Finance Committee. As another opinion say aye. As another opinion say nay. Ayes have it. I now put the question that clause 38 as amended be part of the bill. Will as another opinion say aye? Those opinion say nay. Ayes have it.
Clause 39.
All members, I propose that clause 39 be part of the bill, Chairperson. And I want it to be a bit faster now.
Yes, Honorable Chair, I beg to move that clause 39 be amended as per the order paper. Honorable Chairperson, this amendment relates to when you have been deregistered, you are as a taxpayer in terms of your PIN was deregistered, and you apply for reinstatement for your PIN, KRA should make a decision within 90 days.
All members, that is self-explanatory. I propose the question that clause 39 be amended as proposed by the chair. I put the question that clause 39 be amended as proposed by the chair. As one opinion say aye. As one opinion say nay. Ayes have it. Members, I put the question therefore that clause 39 as amended be part of the bill. As one opinion say aye. As one opinion say nay. Ayes have it.
Clause 40.
All members, I propose the question that clause 40 be amended. Honorable Mwenje, what is the problem? That is per se. No, members, I propose the question that clause 40 be part of the bill. Honorable Chair, clause 40.
Honorable Chair, I beg to move that clause 40 be amended as per the order paper. Honorable Chair, this is where we are exempting non-resident individuals, Honorable Speaker, when they are opening an account within financial institutions and investment banks, that we waive the requirement to have a PIN, a KRA PIN number, Honorable Speaker, because they may not necessarily be registered for tax in Kenya.
All members, I propose the question that clause 40 be amended as proposed by the chair. I put the question that clause 40 be amended as proposed by the chair. As one of the opinion say aye. As one of the opinion say nay. Ayes have it. Members, I put the question therefore that clause 40 as amended be part of the bill. Does one of that opinion say aye? As many as the opinion say nay? Ayes have it.
Clause 41.
All members, I propose the question that clause 41 be part of the bill.
Honorable Chair, I beg to move that clause 41 be amended as per the order paper. Honorable Chairperson, as you may recall, this clause 41 is where the commissioner may, the issue of what we call pre-populated returns, or where they give you information, say you have earned this income and you're supposed to pay tax. Honorable Speaker, we realize that this would be very dangerous if KRA is not mandated to give you the source of the information. The doctrine of law say that no one should be self-incriminating and the burden of proof should be on the commissioner. So now, therefore, this requirement is requiring the commissioner, when they do an assessment on you, they give you the source of the information, Honorable Speaker, and so that we're not... So
Members, I propose the question that clause 41 be amended proposed by the chair. I put the question that clause 41 be amended proposed by the chair. As many other opinion say aye. As many other opinion say nay. Ayes have it. Members, I put the question that clause 41 as amended be part of the bill. As many other opinion say aye. As many other opinion say nay. Ayes have it.
Clause 42.
Members, I propose that clause 42 be part of the bill. Honorable Chair, clause 42.
Honorable Chairperson, I beg to move that clause 42 be amended as per the order paper. Honorable Chairperson, this amendment is just seeking to correct cross-reference errors and provide for taxpayers for administration actions safeguards, Honorable Speaker, as explained on 41 above.
Honorable Member for Kirinyaga, what's out of order?
I can clearly see clause 41A. Certainly, it cannot be clause 41. That is why there's a
Order.
to it.
Order. This is how it works, Honorable Member. That at the committee, when we have a new clause like 41, a new clause like 41A, we finish all the clauses of the bill, then we come to the new ones, which we do a second reading on first before you go to the committee. So that's okay. I think you needed that information, and it's all right. Now, members, I propose the question that clause 42 be amended as proposed by the chair of Finance Committee. I put the question that clause 42 be amended as proposed by the chair of Finance Committee. As many other opinions say aye. As many opinions say nay. The ayes have it. I now put the question that clause 42 was amended be part of the bill. Will as many other opinions say aye? Will those opinions say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 43.
Members, I propose the question that clause 43 be part of the bill, and because there's no amendment, I put the question that clause 43 be part of the bill. Will as many other opinions say aye? Will those opinions say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 44.
Members, I propose the question that clause 44 be part of the bill. Honorable Chair.
Honorable Chair, I beg to move that clause 44 be amended as per the order paper, and this we are proposing a deletion of this particular clause, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Chairperson, this amendment relates to institutions that do withholding. So if an entity withholds tax, or if an institution is a tax withholding agent and fails to withhold that particular tax, but the taxpayer pays the total tax, then the institution that failed to withhold should not be penalized, because after all, the total tax was paid by the taxpayer, Honorable Speaker. So that's why we disagree with the National Treasury on this and takes a view of the public that this clause needs to be deleted.
Members, I propose the question that clause 44 be deleted. I put the question that clause 44 be deleted. As one of the opinions say aye. As one of the opinions say nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 45.
Members, I propose the question that clause 45 be part of the bill. Chairperson.
Honorable Chairperson, the committee is proposing a deletion. I beg to move that clause 45 be amended as per the order paper. This is where, Honorable Chair, when agency notice is issued by Kenya Revenue Authority, this is on the power of Kenya Revenue Authority to give you an agency notice, Honorable Speaker. This would mean that if they do an assessment on you, even before you appeal, then they can issue an agency notice to your bank, Honorable Speaker. We disagree with the National Treasury on this, support the views by the members of the public, and therefore support its deletion.
Members, I propose the question that clause 45 be deleted. The Honorable Kaluma.
Yeah, Chair, on this particular one, I wanted to request the audience of the members, because I disagree with the committee and I'm opposing this amendment. Chair, what is being proposed here, Honorable Chair, is that you will have agency notices being stayed until you are done with the tax appeals tribunal. When you thereafter appeal, Honorable Chair, you should apply for stay in the High Court. The fact of filing of notice of appeal up to whatever level you want to go should not automatically, stay, your agency notices. And what was confirmed, Honorable Chair, out of the cases that are pending in the High Court on appeals, the Court of Appeal and the Supreme Court, over billions and tens of billions are being held, even if those appeals are frivolous. I was going to request the committee to drop this proposed amendment. We leave what is passed as is, so that the higher courts on appeal can determine whether or not to issue stay or not that it is automatic. So that where there is a frivolous appeal, you are obligated to pay. And I'm taking that from the fact that the Tax Appeals Tribunal is an impartial body which has heard the people, prior.
Honorable members, the Honorable Wandeto.
Thank you, Chair. And I think this was a very bad proposal, and it is sad that the Cabinet Secretary for Treasury would even contemplate doing something that is very unconstitutional. Because, Mr. Speaker, this is almost like saying, if you are arrested, you can start serving your criminal sentence even before the judges have heard you. And just in case they determine that you are innocent, you will just be released. When agency notices are issued, your property has been confiscated. Even if you win, some of the damage cannot be undone. So we are just saying that the Cabinet Secretary, at least on this one, please, don't bring things that are even unconstitutional.
Thank you. The Honorable Akili Muriu.
Thank you, Chairman. I'd like to add my voice on this clause. Again, purely because under our Constitution, you must exhaust the process of the law before the applicant can enjoy the fruits of litigation. Now, in instances whereby in the tribunal, the respondent, or maybe the taxpayer, is dissatisfied with the outcome, then he has right to go to the High Court and the Court of Appeal, and even possible the Supreme Court. Now, when you stifle that process, and yet is guaranteed under the Constitution, it is work infiltrated, because one will go to court under the Constitution and declare the clause unconstitutional.
Thank you so much, Mukili. The Honorable Minority Leader.
Chair, on this one I want to agree with the amendment proposed by the Chair. And for the first time also I want to agree with the Wamunyoro Group. Chair, let us even...
What is the Wamunyoro Group?
They are here. Wamunyoro Group is here.
Okay, go ahead.
Nowadays I am the caretaker.
Go ahead.
Chair, I am the caretaker of Wamunyoro Group in Parliament. They sit behind me. I am the caretaker of Wamunyoro Group in Parliament. That's the truth.
The Honorable Wamboka, what is out of order?
They are orphans. They have no people in Parliament.
Honorable Junet, can you take your seat? No, Honorable Junet, take your seat. Order, take your seat. The Honorable Wamboka, what is out of order?
Chair.
Check the next mic. The one with the Gasairo, yes. Order.
Honorable Chair, it is your duty as the Chair to ensure that members debate with the decorum. I would want Honorable Junet, is Honorable Junet in order?
The Honorable Wandeto and Co. Can we listen to the Honorable Wamboka?
Honorable, throw them out, Honorable
Wandeto. What makes you think that you must have the mic all the time? No, the Honorable Member for Busia. The Honorable Wandeto, please, don't test my patience. I'm a very patient man, you know that. The Honorable Wamboka, go ahead.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Honorable Chair, it is your duty to ensure that members of this House debate with the decorum. Is it in order for my leader, the minority leader, to refer to some members of this honorable House, honorable members, giving them a funny name, Honorable Speaker, by calling them Wamunyoro Group? Is that fair, Honorable Speaker? Is that fair? And can he withdraw and apologize, Honorable Speaker? Honorable Junet should withdraw and apologize, or you can throw him out of this house.
The Honorable Junet, please go ahead. No. Order. The Honorable Junet, you have two options here. You will substantiate or withdraw.
Mr. Speaker, the first and the truth is that Wamunyoro is a village in Kenya, found in Nyeri County, and it has a house where people meet and discuss things. So why are people running away from Wamunyoro in Parliament? This is a small group who behaves like a militia in Kenya that only talk to themselves and people who don't understand anything in Kenya, Mr. Speaker. Yeah, this is a militia group. Yeah. But Mr. Speaker, Chair, I want to say this on that amendment. That Chair, and I said I'm agreeing with them, because KRA can issue agencies, Chair, frivolously.
So on this Wamunyoro issue, yes. Take your seat. Take your seat, Honorable Junet.
Chair.
Because this has to be clear. Take your seat. The honorable members who contributed, who are claiming to have been called wrongfully. Order. The Honorable Wakili Muriu and the Honorable Wandeto. Someone claims you belong to Wamunyoro. Do you or do you not?
Mr. Chairman, I'm in Parliament by the virtue of being a member of Parliament.
Give the mic.
For Gatanga constituency.
Order.
And my full name.
Give the mic. Order. The Honorable, on this matter. On this matter. The members who contributed on this matter on this side, who would claim not to be or to be, are the Honorable Wandeto and the Honorable Wakili Muriu. So it is for them to respond to this matter. Please go ahead.
Mr. Speaker, two wrongs do not make it right. Yes. And Mr. Speaker, the fact is very simple. Unless now we deny our names, we say there is a Kasongo function and a Wamunyoro function, then we will be equal. I want to say our Wamunyoro and the Kasongo function.
Okay. The Honorable Wandeto.
Mr. Speaker, Wamunyoro is a village somewhere in Tetu. So unless Junet substantiates what he means by Wamunyoro group, if he means people who associate with the former deputy president, yes, we proudly do associate with him, if that is his meaning. But otherwise, okay, Wamunyoro is a village in Nyeri.
Wait, don't rebel. Don't rebel Kibagendi. Go ahead. Use the next one. Okay. Yeah, that one is working.
Honorable Chair, the regular vexatious points of order are not in any way adding value to the discourse we have. We need to make progress, and we need to ask the Linda Ruto group to stop constantly.
Now, listen to yourself. Don't rebel Kibagendi. Listen to yourself. Order. Don't rebel Junet. Proceed on the business we had on the floor.
Chair, it is a matter of fact. It is a matter of fact, Chair, with your permission, that now we have Wamunyoro group and Wamitego group. There is also Wamitego group. They are also smaller in number. They are very few. Wamitego group. Wamitego are not in Parliament. They are found outside Parliament. And Wamunyoro is found inside Parliament, but they are few. It's a militia group that we want to deal with. But having said that, Chair, I want to disagree with my member, Honorable Kaluma. Chair, KRA can sometimes issue notices of agency without any proper audit, in a frivolous manner. Chair, if we don't allow Kenyans to appeal against that, then Kenyans will suffer. Chair,
Thank you.
there are many business people who have suffered in that manner. Even the Constitution says you are innocent until proven guilty. Even the
members,
Constitution.
I now put the question.
This is the only thing I agree with the Minyoro group. And there are only 5 of them in parliament. Only.
Members, I now put the question that clause 45 be amended as proposed by the chair of finance committee. As per the opinion, say aye. As per the opinion, say nay. The ayes have it. I now, this was a deletion, and therefore clause 45 is effectively deleted. Go ahead.
Clause 46.
Members, I propose the question that clause 46 be part of the bill. There being no amendment there, I put the question that clause 46 be part of the bill. As many opinion say aye. As many opinion say nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 47.
I propose the question that clause 47 be part of the bill. The Honorable Chair.
Honorable Chair, I beg to move that clause 47 be amended as per the order paper. Honorable Chair, our committee is deleting this particular clause, Honorable Speaker. And the importance, Honorable Speaker, is this particular clause was seeking to stop manufacturers to be able to claim the overpaid input tax, Honorable Speaker. After public participation and listening to Kenya Association of Manufacturers, Honorable Speaker, we agreed that this proposal would be bad, Honorable Speaker, for manufacturers, and therefore we're supporting its deletion.
All members, I propose the question that clause 47 be deleted as proposed by the chair. I now put the question that clause 47 be deleted. Will as many of that opinion say aye? Will as many of that opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 48.
Members, I propose the question that clause 48 be part of the bill. Honorable Chair.
So, Honorable Chair, I beg to move that clause 48 be amended as per the order paper. Honorable Chairperson, this is where we have issues of pre-populated returns, Honorable Speaker. We agree that we need to leverage on technology, Honorable Speaker, in doing our returns, Honorable Speaker. However, we are also putting an obligation to the authority that they will have to give a taxpayer a chance to amend the pre-populated returns, Honorable Speaker, and therefore, if your populated returns shows that this is your liability, you will be given a chance to amend, Honorable Speaker, and to prove, so that we do not have KRA now coming for everyone and giving fictitious, Honorable Speaker, assessment that the taxpayer is not able to amend, Honorable Speaker. We are also putting a requirement that you have, even when you do not need to amend, we are requiring the taxpayer to be the one to accept those particular pre-populated returns, Honorable Speaker.
So basically, it's to ensure that if you're using technology and there's an error, you're able to correct the error. Well, members, I propose the question that clause 48 be amended as proposed by the chairperson of Finance Committee. The Honorable Member for Nandi.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. From the onset, allow me to appreciate the committee and the people who took part in the public participation for this particular amendment. Honorable Speaker, we must honestly leverage on the issue of technology, and most importantly, Honorable Chair, we have had people who have had penalties from KRA because they did not know what to put. So the introduction of the pre-populated return has been a lifesaver, and we appreciate that it is actually given to the person who's supposed to file the returns so that they can be able to see what fits into their business and even ask for an amendment or an addition or subtraction of the same. So I do support this particular amendment, Honorable Chair.
All members, I put the question, therefore, that clause 48 be amended as proposed by the chair. Will someone, as many of that opinion, say aye? As many of the opinion say nay? Ayes have it. Members, I put the question, therefore, that clause 48 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many of that opinion say aye? Will as many of that opinion say nay? Ayes have it.
Clause 49.
Members, I propose the question that clause 49 be part of the bill. Chairperson.
Honorable Chair, I beg to move that clause 49 be amended as per the order paper. Honorable Chair, this is where the proposal on the bill was to delete the exclusion of public holidays and weekends on the days that are calculated by Kenya Revenue Authority. Honorable Chairperson, witnesses of taxpayers that appeared before us were telling us, for example, on a Friday, sometimes the system is down, and therefore you're not able to do your filing or your amendments until on Monday. And therefore, therefore it's important that we exclude these particular weekends, Honorable Speaker, and public holidays, so that it's also fair to the taxpayer, Honorable Speaker.
Members, I propose the question that clause 49 be amended proposed by the chair. Members, I put the question that clause 49 be amended proposed by the chair. As many other opinions say aye. As many other opinions say nay. The ayes have it. I now put the question, members, that the clause 49 is a deletion, so we don't have to include in the bill. Next clause.
Clause 50.
Members, I propose a question that clause 50 is part of the bill. Honorable Chair. Clause 50.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that clause 50 be amended as per the order paper. Honorable Speaker, this particular provision, again, came from our amendments, was informed by the members of the public, where the penalty that was being recommended for failure to, where we're saying where the Commission is not satisfied by the reasons given under Subsection 2, the taxpayer shall be liable to pay the higher of the following: 2 times the value of tax due. Honorable Chair, giving penalties of double the tax due, Honorable Speaker, is unfair. Is not a good proposal at all, and therefore we are recommending its amendment to now be 5% of the tax due, Honorable Chair.
Members, I propose the question that clause 50 be amended as proposed by the chair. The Honorable Wundo.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, Honorable Chair, and let me thank you, the committee, for being extremely reasonable. This was punitive. I have never seen such a punitive arrangement like what you are proposing here. You can fail to do these things not by intentionally, by accident, by failure of something like that. Honestly speaking, thanks for listening, but again we keep on asking. Whoever drafted this bill is not a Kenyan. He's not a Kenyan. He does not have Kenya at heart. Thank you.
The Honorable Junet, what is out of order now?
Chair, I want to remind my colleague, Honorable Oundo, it doesn't matter who drafts a bill. What matters is what we do in this house. That is what is important. And you know, he got lost of me to Milenda Bwananchi. I want him to come back.
In fact,
there's serious indoctrination there. He's a very good doctor. Chair, we need to come back.
No, the point to be made, order members, the point to be made, the Honorable Wundo, you need to listen to this. The point to be made here is that members are not allowed by our rules to impute improper motive unless they have evidence of it. So members should desist from making a statement that would impute improper motive on another member or on anything without evidence. The Honorable Murugara. You can use this. Sir George.
Thank you.
Sir George.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chair. A punishment must be proportionate. Sometimes it's required that we have to look at what is reasonable and what is unreasonable. I think the proposal to double the punishment was a bit unconscionable. And now we feel we've agreed with the population of Kenya that what is reasonable is what is being proposed by the chairman, and we thank him. Number 2, for this house, remember there are various ways they bring laws here. Whether they come from the Star Chamber, which is known in history, it doesn't matter. What matters is what we do as the representatives of the people.
Thank you.
Which is what we are doing now. Thank you very much. I support.
You know, Honorable Speaker, I was standing on a point of order when Honorable Oundo was speaking, and he spoke very well to support the amendment that has been done. But you know, I was wondering, Honorable Oundo, when it comes to now voting, he votes the opposite. And don't you think that is gross misconduct? Because, and even Honorable Mbui, he supports the bill, but when it comes to voting, he votes the opposite way. He says nay. Now,
order. The Honorable Pukose, how did you know that the Honorable Mbui and the Honorable Oundo are voting no?
Honorable Speaker, you know there are just a handful of them. So I can see them by acclamation how they are shouting. Yeah, and I know how Mbui shouts and my friend Ounde shouts. So I know the two of them.
Oh, members,
I to support the amendment.
I now put the question. That the proposed order. I now put the question that clause 50 as amended be part of the bill. I now put the question that clause 50 be amended as proposed by the chairman of finance committee. As many of that opinion say aye. As many of that opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Members, I therefore put the question that clause 50 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many of that opinion say aye? Will as many of that opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I hope Oundo didn't vote nay this time round. The Honorable Ichung'o.
Honorable Chair, on a light note, the Honorable Pukosa said that he can distinguish when Honorable Oundo and Honorable Mbui are voting because they're only a handful. But on this particular one, they were not a handful. It was only Honorable Mbui alone.
So at least on that one, he was right. Okay. Let's go ahead.
Clauses 51 and 52.
The Honorable members, I propose that clauses 51 and 52 be part of the bill. And because there have no amendments, I put the question that clauses 51 and 52 be part of the bill. As per the opinion say aye. As per the opinion say nay. The ayes have it.
New clause 41A.
Members, I propose the question that new clause 41A be part of the bill. The Honorable Chairperson, move this for second reading.
Honorable Chairperson.
Clause 41A.
Yes, Honorable Chairperson, beg to move that new clause 41A be now read a second time. Honorable Chairperson, this particular provision is a provision that is seeking to require exporters to maintain particular documents, Honorable Speaker, and maintain them for a particular period of time. What you've seen, Honorable Speaker, is some mischievous manufacturers. Instead of them being manufacturers, they become repackagers, for example. And you can remember even the case we had, I think, a year ago of edible oils, where oils were coming in this country as being called it's a refined product, but only to know to find out it's a raw material. So two problems: they get tax exemption even when they're not manufactured, Honorable Speaker, and they export jobs to other countries. So this requirement, therefore, we require them now to have these particular import documents, so that in case the Revenue Authority needs to check with them, Honorable Speaker, they can do that.
Honorable, I propose the question that new clause 41A be now read a second time. The member for Kirinyaga.
Honorable Speaker, Chair, thank you. I rise to vehemently oppose this provision. Honorable Chair, what the Chair of Finance is not cognizant of is that majority of Kenyan importers do informal sourcing. They consolidate, they ship via third parties. Demanding for provision of these documents will kick out small traders and small importers in the industry and ensure that it bolsters and only leaves cartels to that importation industry. Further, Clause 4 also gives the Commissioner ultra-vires arbitrary powers to ensure that they can disregard any importer's claims unless those documents are provided. They know that the people in River Road, Kirinyaga Road, Gikomba, and everywhere where small traders import will be impeded, and this will be a barrier to importing for small traders.
Thank you so much. The Majority Leader. Majority Leader, give you the chance to speak.
Thank you. Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I rise to support this amendment. And just to clarify, Honorable Speaker, this, if you look at the amendment, the way it is drafted, it is actually doing the opposite of what Mheshimiwa Honorable Njerimaina is saying. What has been hurting our small-scale traders in Nyamakema, in Kamukunji, wherever they are, those who import even the consolidators of goods, is because the situation as it pertains today, if we were not to do this amendment, you will be required as an importer of goods whether you're importing 2 cartons or a container load, to have a certificate of origin from every manufacturer of what you bring in, even for consolidators. And what the chair and the committee has done, having listened to all our small-scale traders, is to cure that problem, and that is what now the amendment seeks to clarify. And therefore, I want to say, if we truly value the people who suffer because they are not importing from in bulk, and they are not importing from very...
Leader, I would like to listen to a point of order, please. Let's listen to a point of order.
Honorable Speaker, the majority leader is misleading the House. I can confirm because I have been a small-time importer. There is no point where someone who is importing 2 cartons or 3 cartons needs a COO. Inform yourself. Do not mislead the Kenyan people or members of parliament.
Order. So before you come in, the Honorable Majority Leader. So the Honorable Member for Kirinyaga, what do they provide now? When they import into the country, what this document do they provide now?
If you consolidate goods, you do not require a COO. You pay VAT, you pay customs, and your goods are released to you.
What do they use? Order. What do they use? What do they use to know that
an invoice? An invoice.
Okay.
Mr. Chairman.
No. The majority leader was on his feet, so it is his chance yet. No, you're going to come in. Okay, do you want to be informed by the chair?
The chair can inform me.
Okay, go ahead.
You know, Honorable Chairperson, that is why it is very important to take your time to read. And I mean to read. Section 44A of the Tax Procedures Act currently states as follows, and this is the law. This section applies to all goods imported into Kenya. No person shall import any goods into Kenya without presenting a valid certificate of origin to the commissioner or an authorized officer. That is the law. So if the honorable member has been importing without a certificate of origin,
she says with an invoice.
She has been a smuggler.
With an invoice. Okay, Honorable Chunga, please proceed to wind up your...
Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker,
order.
If you can protect
allow members to also contribute. The Honorable Order, the member for Kirinyaga. You have debated well. You've raised a point of order. I've given you a chance. Let Honorable Majid also have their chance, please. Go ahead.
Honorable Speaker, you know earlier, Honorable Chair, the Speaker, when the substantive Speaker was here, he said, he quoted Shakespeare. Was it Shakespeare? And said, the law is an ass. The Honorable Njeri Maina is a lawyer. The chair of finance is an FCPA. But in CPA, when we are going through our CPA studies, we also study a bit of commercial law. Thank you, Chair, for informing me and educating those of us who are not lawyers, and even including the lawyers who may not have read the law on the provisions of the law. Because that is a fact as it is. Honorable Chair, number 2, before the Honorable Njeri Maina was born, I was trading in Nyamakema, Pilot Corner on Duruma Road, as a small-scale importer. So I am speaking from experience, and what the chair has said is indeed true. And this amendment is now making it easier for our small-scale importers, leave alone the big importers who can get from manufacturers easily certificates of origin. The small-scale Nyamakema importers, these are the people we are helping. And this amendment came from public participation when the chair and the committee, because I observe the public participation. Why would you want to deny those small-scale traders in Nyamakema? The leader of minority wants to inform me, Honorable Chair, I can oblige to that information.
The minority leader.
Chair, I want to inform the majority leader that one of the problems that we faced in the last election, and people, we could not get any votes in your area where you do butchery work, is because the former regime introduced and told small-scale traders and consolidators to bring certificate of origin. This government is addressing that. They want people to bring their goods, the small group, without any hiccups, without any problems. Instead of this Wamitego and Omonjoro group appreciating that, they are still making noise.
Please wind up.
Honorable Chair, as I wind up, what the Honorable Junet says is indeed true.
Which one? That you are a butcher man or what?
Yes, all of them. Okay. When I left Nyamakima, I also ran a butchery in Kikuyu Town, and I am still a meat trader to date. Okay. And I am very proud of that because even my late father was a meat trader all his life. Honorable Chair, I wanted to agree with the Honorable Junet. Indeed, last month, a relatively middle-aged man, because he wasn't young, so in his early 50s, about 45 years old, from Mwemuto here, died and lost his life following an episode that he went through under the last regime, when he imported goods worth, I think, about 25 million shillings. And those goods were touched one afternoon by Fred Matiang'i, then as Cabinet Secretary for Interior. That man suffered, slipped into depression, got a lot of other complications, health complications, and we buried him last week in Kabete. This amendment is coming to address those unfortunate small traders who suffered under the last regime. Traders these people who are calling themselves group. Don't want to
take your seat.
Speak for. Order. You want to finish them. You want to kill other Kenyans. We cannot allow you to kill other Kenyans. The way they were killed by Matiang'i, we will not allow you.
Honorable Gisairo, what's out of order? No, give it Honorable Gisairo. Honorable Gisairo, what's out of order? Order. Use the mic next. The mic next is working.
Honorable Chair, we are here to debate and, of course, to also learn. But to learn on truthful and objective, reasoning. Honorable Chair, is it right to say that Honorable Matiang'i burnt somebody's goods? That is unfactual. As a person, is there such an evidence that implicates Matiang'i in the person? Honorable Chair, you see, we can sit here listening to the butcherman, but he cannot go to that extent of naming persons directly. That is wrong.
Point taken.
Ruto is killing people. Do we start?
The Honorable Kibagendi, what is out of order? Is it the same thing, the Honorable Gisairo? He's on a point of order already.
Honorable Chair, it's inappropriate for the majority leader to imply that His Excellency Fred Matiang'i, the incoming president, actually decided to ban someone's goods. Yet we know we are a few days away from.
He's on a point of order. He is on a point of order, so you have to wait for him to finish.
We are a few days away from commemorating the death of very many young people that were slaughtered by this regime.
The Honorable Kibagendi, did I order? I need to get this clear. Order. I need to get this clear from you. Did the Honorable Ichung'wa say that the Honorable Matiang'i killed someone? Now, the Honorable Ichung'wa, did you say those words? No, I've asked Honorable Ichung'wa, not you.
I was going to call you Honorable Ichung'wa.
Go ahead. Did you use those words?
What I said, Honorable Speaker, Honorable Chairperson, I said a man from Kabete Mwemuto died out of depression. What I said Honorable Matiang'i did as Cabinet Secretary was touching the goods worth 25 million shillings. Why were they touched, Honorable Speaker? Let me even make my point so that I finish this debate. This is very personal to me. Because these are people I traded with in Nyamakema. They are people I know in person. I know their families.
I saw the suffering that that person went through. He used to live in Kitisuru.
The
He
Honorable
moved to
Junet,
a
you
one-bedroom house
Order.
in Memuto.
Order.
Honorable Speaker, why was I saying it? Because the Honorable Njeri Maina purported to be speaking for these Nyamakima traders. Why are you required to provide a certificate of origin? So that you certify that the goods you are bringing into Kenya are not counterfeit goods. Why was that gentleman's goods touched on the 23rd of January 2018? Because they were said to be counterfeit and no verification had been done. These are the painful episodes I'm talking about when Junet said that they could not get votes. It is so painful, Honorable Speaker, and I'm at pains. I would rather not even go beyond it because I don't want to break down.
Thank
but
you.
it would be very
Thank you.
shameful for any member of parliament today not to protect the small traders in Nyamakema, in Kamukunji, because you want to play politics of Aminyo, I don't know.
Well said, Majority Leader. Thank you. The Honorable Junet.
Chair.
Go ahead.
Chair.
Order, members. Order.
Chair, can you protect me? Chair, with your permission, Chair.
You have my permission.
I really feel, Majority Leader, I really feel the pain the Majority Leader is feeling. Chair, we were in this country, Chair, when small-scale traders' goods worth $1 billion shillings were touched at the river, Mr. Chair. And it is for a fact. I was a friend to Fred Matiang'i. He was a very powerful man. That's the truth. Number two, Chair, it is true that the former regime destroyed goods using the excuse that they don't have certificate of origin, goods over 1 billion shillings, and that has killed people. People died of depression, people lost their blood.
Honorable members,
that is what this regime
I now
is
put the
addressing.
question that the new clause 41, I put the question that the new clause 41A be now read a second time. As one of the opinion say aye. As one of the opinion say nay. Ayes have it. I now propose the question that the new clause 41A be part of the bill. I put the question that the new clause 41A be part of the bill. As one of the opinion say aye. As one of the opinion say nay. Ayes have it.
New clause 44A.
New clause 44A. Honorable Chair.
Honorable Chair, I beg to move that new clause 44A be now read a second time. Honorable Chair, this amendment is interrelated with the new clause 47A that's coming next to address the challenge of taxpayers using the court process and to pay their outstanding principal taxes.
Members, I propose the question that the new clause 44A be now read a second time. I put the question that the new clause 44A be now read a second time. As one of the opinion say aye. As many of the opinion say nay. Ayes have it. I now propose the question, members, that the new clause 44A be part of the bill. I put the question that the new clause 44A be part of the bill. As one of the opinion say aye. As many of the opinion say nay. Ayes have it. Next.
New clause 47A.
The new clause 47A was amendment by the Honorable Majority Leader.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that the new clause 47A be amended as proposed in the order paper. Honorable Speaker, this is in a way interrelated to the clause 45 that we just had a debate on. And the justification for this, Honorable Speaker, this amendment seeks to remedy the abuse by taxpayers who want to evade the payment of taxes using our court processes to avoid payment of their outstanding tax liabilities, and it provides very good safeguards of refund or offset of the amount, so that you do not go to the Court of Appeal or the High Court on frivolous appeals, and if you succeed with your appeal, you will get your full refund of what you had paid to KRA. I beg to move.
Members, I propose the question that the new clause 47A be now read a second time. I put the question. The Honorable Mwenje wants to say something on it. Please allow him.
Now, Honorable Speaker,
Honorable Speaker, I think we need to be serious as a House. Because this clause, and I just want to address the majority leader on this, this is very easy to defeat in court. Why propose a clause that goes against our Constitution? If you look at Article 48, 47, and 50, it will be very easy to defeat this provision. KRA it is not in the business of refunding. And how many times have you seen KRA refund money? This issue of even offsets, it doesn't happen. So let us be serious. Denying businessmen the chance to have their money to continue trading it in exchange to giving it to KRA that they will be refunded, whether it takes 1, 2, or 5, 10 years. That is the most unfair system that you've ever seen.
Thank you.
And I believe this clause should not go through.
The Honorable Junet.
Chair, I stand to oppose this amendment. Chair, this is an affront. It is against the Constitution of this country. Because, Mr. Speaker, fair hearing, administrative justice, you are innocent until proven guilty. Mr. Speaker, Mr. Chair, this thing reminds me when Tom Mboya brought a bill to this House to create the one-party state. And when people opposed, he said, what are you fearing? If you have no problem. Chair, this is something that is going to kill the businesses of this country, and we must oppose it as a House. Chair, this one we must oppose.
Honourable members, order. Because it's a new clause, I want to give an order. Order, members. I want to give more members on this, but please, I want to plead with you. Please debate the matter on the floor. Don't go on a tangent. Please. The Honorable Nyikal.
Chair. Thank you, Chair. Chair, the simple fact of this amendment is, if a decision has been made against you and you want to appeal, this thing is saying you have to pay first, then you appeal, and that at the time you are appealing, you first of all pay the tax. So in that case, this is actually... Yeah,
You'll allow,
why don't we wait for the
Honorable Junet, you'll allow Honorable Nyikal to make his point.
So, Chair, this is intrinsically wrong. You have appealed, and a decision has been made against you, or you have been taken to the tribunal, a decision has been made against you, or you want to appeal that decision, you are being told you pay first, then you make the appeal. That at the time you are making the appeal, you actually pay. And if then the appeal, you succeed in the appeal, then the tax will be refunded. And then you may choose to use it to offset the tax.
Thank you. Honorable Kajwang.
Me, I oppose this one.
Thank you. Honorable Kajwang.
Chair, I have not spoken since this debate began. But members, be careful. You will be the first target of this thing. You will be the first target of this thing. As long as KRA decides that you have not paid, or that you have filed nil returns, or that something is wrong with you, you will be the first one to pay. They will take all your money. They will put Kaluma. Now listen.
Order, members.
Listen to
I don't understand.
lawyer speaking.
Order. There's a member on his feet, and all of you are all up there with your hands up. It's not right. Honorable Kagusha, put your hand down.
Yeah.
Allow the member on his feet to contribute.
Go ahead. Vote for this at your own expense.
Thank you. The Honorable Kirima.
Chairman, what I know is first, I raised a point of information, Chairman, to the minority leader, that whoever brought the law of Chairman, can I be protected? Chairman, I need protection. I need protection, Chairman.
Honorable Kirima, go ahead.
Yes, on point of information first, I want to collect the minority leader that whoever brought the law of one party, it was not Tom Mboya, it was Charles Jonjo.
Honorable Kaluma, take your seat. and listen carefully to the person on the floor.
Let the minority leader run that one, so that they cannot misdirect this house again. Secondly, Chairman, on the clause which is before us, we cannot divest the court on its authority, because we cannot gag the court on any law which it wants to make, because it has what we call inherent jurisdiction.
Thank you. Honorable Osoro.
Honorable Speaker, Honorable Chair, sorry.
But I gave two this side before I gave the other side one. You're being unreasonable. And I won't allow you to be unreasonable. I gave three this side. Only one person on that side. Why not? Honorable Osoro, go ahead.
Honorable Chair, when you read this particular amendment, this particular clause clearly, it talks about the tribunal, the High Court, and the Court of Appeal. Honorable Chair, who goes before the tribunal? Even on the face value, it clearly states that it can't be a criminal matter in nature. You don't take a criminal to a tribunal. It is a civil matter that goes before a tribunal, Honorable Chair. Now, anytime a civil matter is before a tribunal, people are compelled, in most cases, to pay damages to the other party if they lose a case. Now, what this particular clause intends to do is this. If you've gone before a high court in civil matters, and then you've been awarded damages, the person who intends to appeal against the damages that you've been awarded will be required to pay that damage, or before they appeal, they pay a certain amount of money before they appeal. So this is not about criminals, and it's not against the Constitution, as the Honorable Mwente is saying.
Member Fonyali.
In any case, you are quoting Article
Member Fonyali, thank you. Member Fonyali. Member Fonyali. Member Fonyali.
Asante sana.
Honorable Kinan, you get a chance to speak on this matter after. Member Fonyali.
Asante sana mheshimiwa. Ningelipenda kusema hivi mheshimiwa. Unajua sheria zingine tukipitisha, wakati mwingine watu wanapitisha sheria kwa sababu wako katika upande ambao unawafaa. Mheshimiwa Spika, hii sheria ikipita, hii ni nchi ya mtu mle mtu. Hii sheria ikipitishwa itakuwa inadhulumu kila mtu. Kibiashara itadhulumu. Kama utakuwa unafanya biashara itadhulumu mtu. Kisiasa, nyinyi hapa ambao mnashabikia hii, kisiasa itatumiwa wakati ambapo Mheshimiwa Spika, tusishabikie ukiritimba, tusishabikie kwa sababu tunataka kushabikia. Tuangalie sheria ambayo italinda kila mmoja wetu. Sisi hatutakuwa wabunge hapa mpaka milele. Kesho utakuwa raia na itatumiwa dhidi yako Mheshimiwa Spika. Kwa hivyo mambo ya kusema eti KRA ipewe mamlaka na nguvu. KRA tayari inafinya mtu kabisa na kukamua. Ikipewa mamlaka zaidi itaitumia vibaya. Wacha sheria itumiwe vile ambavyo inafaa.
Honorable Kaluma. Asante. Honorable Kaluma.
Chair, this is the information we have, that out of any appeal, and we have so many of them from the High Court to the Court of Appeal to the Supreme Court, once a person files a notice of appeal, there is an automatic stay. And what has happened is that even very frivolous appeals, monies which are due to the government are being held. We are told this is over 59 billion now on frivolous appeals. What happens in all civil cases is that once you lose in the court of first instance, you will, as a condition of appeal, be required to deposit security. You will. What you are now being told here, it is not a discretion. It is not discretional. What you are being told here is that you will make payment, and after 90 days, if you are successful, you get your money back. And like now, what is the problem?
Thank you.
What is?
Honorable Kenan.
Let me say there is no breach of the law.
Thank you. Honorable Kenan. And please, you have 2 minutes. 2 minutes each, there will be anyone else. Go ahead. The chance is Honorable Kenan now.
Chairman, we support, Chairman, we support the government, but we must also be prepared to legislate for posterity. This particular amendment is not only unconstitutional, it's unreasonable, it's untenable, it doesn't apply. We're just applying our minds to a particular scenario. And I want to tell you this, as a person who has been around, tomorrow most of us will be out of power and you'll be the first victim. And therefore I oppose this in totality.
Honorable Nyamita. What is out of order, Honorable Jeanette?
Chair, thank you.
Chair, I've listened very keenly to Honorable Kaluma. And Honorable Kaluma is saying the courts normally tell people who have cases to deposit security. It is the courts that decide what securities you put. That is what we want that to happen. Chair, I'm proposing this. I want to help the KRA.
Okay,
Chair, I'm proposing this. We are a legislative house. If we want to help KRA to collect more funds through these cases, we have put a law in place that says that petitions, electoral petitions, should be concluded in 6 months. Let us bring a law here that says tax matters should be concluded in court within a year, so that everyone can get a fair hearing. Otherwise, today I am in power, tomorrow I will be out of it. I don't want to be used against me.
Approach your counterpart and propose that to him.
If Monjoro gets power, what will happen to me?
The Honorable Nyamita. The Honorable Nyamita. Just give him the mic. Any mic around there.
Chair, thank you. I wanted to contribute on this matter, and I rise to vehemently oppose this particular amendment. Chair, I speak as someone who runs a small kiosk, and I've had an experience with KRA. And this is not a matter of Kaluma. This is not a matter of denying government revenue. And I want to urge Kaluma that in as much as we know, I want to urge Kaluma.
This is not order. This is not a Kaluma amendment.
Chair, the experience that we have had with KRA, leave alone when you are seeking refunds. There are many times we have received notification from KRA on wrong taxation. And sometimes they block your account, they stop you from doing business. Small businessmen, this can be actually taken, it can be used against small businessmen. And I tell you, Chair, if you look on the balance, KRA has a higher say.
Honorable Nyamita,
if you compare,
Honorable Nyamita, you have been informed by the Honorable Majority Leader?
No, not yet. Not yet, Majority Leader. Not yet. My leader, I respect you, but I don't want information for now.
I proceed.
I wanted to say, Chair, we oppose this one. If there is a matter that people are actually procrastinating within the court process, this particular House has the opportunity to pass a legislation like my member so that to ensure that it is, but this we oppose in its totality. It will affect all of us.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. I think it is important that we understand what our Constitution says. Under our Constitution, access to justice, the right to appeal, must be exercised and respected without undue regard to technicalities and financial limitations. What this provision implies is that if you do not have the money to pay what has been demanded of you, you cannot appeal. In other words, it is a provision that is taking away the right of appeal from Kenyan citizens.
Thank you very much, Majority Leader. Thank you.
Finished. Take it out.
Honorable Chairperson.
But you know what I'm wondering is, members, I've given 3 on this side in a row. I've not given anybody this side. Why don't you allow me to also give here this side too?
Honorable Chairperson.
Go ahead.
Honorable Chairperson, I just want to make two issues clear.
Go ahead.
Honorable Chairperson, 2 issues clear. One, that I would be seeking to move a further amendment on the question of the principal tax to at least 50% of the principal tax. And this is the reason. This is the reason. This is the reason, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I thought we agreed this is a house of debate.
Could we listen to...
And that is why I have quietly listened
order,
to
just a
all
minute.
the
Order, members. Order, members. You know, it is good when I protect you to say your opinion, you feel I'm doing a good job. I should also protect him so that he gets his opinion. It's not just fair that when you're saying yours and you think you're right, it's fine. It's not a good thing. Let's listen to Honorable Chungwa in silence. Go ahead.
Honorable Speaker, I was seeking your indulgence to move the amendment in an amended form to at least 50% of the principal tax. This being the reason, Honorable Speaker, and Honorable Kaluma has said it very well. One, your first point of call once you are assessed by a KRA is not the High Court. Neither is it the Court of Appeal, neither is it the Supreme Court. The Tax Appeals Tribunal is your first point of call. And that, Honorable Speaker, if you can protect me, Honorable Speaker, from the heckling by the member for Suba South.
No, you're protected. You go ahead. The member for Suba South, you've had your chance. Go ahead.
Honorable Speaker, when you get to the Tax Appeals Tribunal, who is the Tax Appeals Tribunal? It is appointed by the judiciary. It is a quasi-judicial process. So nobody is denying you a right to appeal the decision of KRA. That being said, Honorable Speaker, what pertains and what informs this amendment? And that is why I'm even moving the further amendment to at least 50% of the principal tax. KRA will send me an assessment, if I use myself as an example. They will tell me, you owe us 100 million shillings in taxes, you owe us 20 million shillings in interest, and further
Kaluma, will you listen to the
10 million shillings as penalty. The principal tax is 100 million. What has been happening today with tax evaders? Honorable Speaker, I seek that you lend me your ears for a minute, because we are speaking about taxpayers. Not all taxpayers are assessed the volumes of money I'm speaking about. And not all taxpayers have the luxury of affording to even to go to court or even the Tax Appeals Tribunal. The large taxpayers, large corporates, are the ones who are misusing this particular provision in our laws. What are they doing? I get assessed 100 million. I go to the Tax Appeals Tribunal because it is a quasi-judicial process independent of KRA, because it's a court by itself. Or after mediation with KRA, you first mediate with KRA. KRA tells you, okay, we agree, do away with the penalties of 20, pay us 120. I am not satisfied. I go to the tribunal. At the tribunal now independently assesses my assessment and tells me, we agree with you, you should not pay 120, pay the principal of maybe 80 and interest of 10 million, pay 90. What do I do as an intelligent business person? File notice of appeal in the High Court, get a stay. KRA in the meantime doesn't collect any revenue. Honorable Speaker, I begged, and I want to beg the member for Kirinyaga. You have had the opportunity, let me be heard.
No, go ahead. You go ahead. Don't use a tone of voice.
You go to the High Court, you get your stay. Probably the High Court says, we agree with the tribunal. You go to the Court of Appeal. By the time you get to the Supreme Court, not less than 78 companies have wound up when the process is still in the process of courts, and they go and form new companies. So what am I seeking to do, Honorable Speaker, in this amendment? To protect taxpayers, diligent taxpayers, Honorable Speaker, ourselves, for those who don't have side hustles here, we are diligently paying our pay as we want. Diligently. So are millions of other Kenyans, struggling Kenyans, who are diligently paying their taxes. People are registering companies, including foreigners, and they use these processes to evade tax. That is why, Honorable Speaker, I have begged to move a further amendment so that you have your first point of call in mediation with KRA. You don't agree with KRA, you go to the Tax Appeals Tribunal. After the Tax Appeals Tribunal, Honorable Speaker, when in commercial law, those of you who are lawyers, when you have your property being auctioned by a bank, you know, after, I think, the High Court process, by the time you are going to another court, at times the court does ask you, what is not in dispute, please put it in an escrow account in the court or with the court. Should you succeed to get back your money? Should you not succeed? Somebody asked here, Honorable Speaker, because I was keenly listening, who will, and it is actually Honorable Mwenje, if you can finish, because I want to answer him. If you can allow me 1 minute to answer him. When does KRA ever refund? That is why, if you look at this amendment, we are also saying
that you can even utilize the money in your future tax credits. And Honorable Speaker, the money can also be put in an escrow account. And if it is only 50% of the principal, not principal plus penalties.
Thank you.
Plus
Honorable
interest.
Leader, this is
and
my...
I beseech you, we support
Order.
this
Order.
to protect the small taxpayers who have no wiggle room, who have no powers to fight in court. We protect them.
Thank you.
I beseech
So,
you.
This is the direction. Order.
Order, members, take your seats. The tellers, go back to your seats. Take your seats, Mawade. Order. Honorable Mawade, take your seat. Honorable members, the vote is done. We've taken a little longer than I expected because the results of the vote are as follows. On the third reading to the finance bill, the ayes, electronic vote 103, manual vote 19, total 122. The nays, electronic vote 36, manual vote 4, total 40. Order. Abstentions nil. So the results, the ayes have it.
A bill for an act of parliament to amend the laws relating to various taxes and duties and for matters incidental thereto.
Chambers, let me make that communication first. Order, members. Order, members, before we go to the appropriation bill, draw the bars now. Honorable Wanjala and Honorable Sunguya, who locked yourselves out, you can now walk down and come back to the chamber. Order. Honorable members, take your seats. We are still... Before we go to the appropriations bill, honorable members, allow me to convey a message from the Senate on the passage of the count allocation of revenue bill, Senate Bill number 10 of 2026. Honorable members, pursuant to the provision standing order 41-4, I wish to report to the House that I've received a message this afternoon from the Senate regarding the passage of the count allocation of revenue bill, Senate Bill number 10 of 2026. The message conveys that the Senate considered and passed the count allocation of revenue bill, Senate Bill number 10 of 2026, on 17th June 2026 with amendments. The bill, which was published via Kenya Gazette, supplement number 107 of 30th April 2026, seeks to provide for the equitable allocation of revenue raised nationally among the county governments for the year 2026-2027 and the responsibilities of the national government and county governments pursuant to the said allocations. Having passed the said bill, the Senate now seeks the concurrence of the National Assembly in accordance with the provisions of Article 110(4) of the Constitution. Honourable members, noting the critical role of the bill in the funding of the operations of devolved units of governance in the country, it is imperative that the House considers the bill on a priority basis. In this regard, I have directed the clerk to schedule the bill for first reading during the next sitting of the House. In the meantime, the bill is hereby committed to the Budget and Appropriations Committee for consideration in terms of provisions of Article 110 and 114 of the Constitution. The committee is required to prioritize consideration of the bill and report to the House on Tuesday, that's next week, 23rd June 2026, with appropriate recommendations to inform deliberations by the House. The House is accordingly guided. I thank you. We now go to the appropriations bill. Chairperson.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to report that the Committee of the Whole House has considered the Appropriations Bill, National Assembly Bill number 36 of 2026, and approved the same with amendments.
Mover. Mover. Atandi.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that the Appropriations Bill, National Assembly Bill number 36.
You finished?
Not yet.
Go
Honorable
ahead.
Speaker, I beg to move that the Appropriations Bill, National Assembly Bill number 36 of 2026 be now read a third time. I also request the Honorable Leader of Minority, the Honorable Junet Mohammed, to second.
Junet, second.
Mr. Speaker, I second.
Members on their feet, take your seats. Members on their feet, take your seats. Take your seats. Honourable members, I now propose the question which is that the House do agree with the committee in the said report. I put the question. I now put the question which is that the House do agree with the committee in the said report. As members of that opinion say aye. Aye. With those of the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Mover. Sorry. Mover. Mover. Mover.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, done the third reading. Sorry.
Clerks, you must help the member.
Honorable Speaker, thank you very much. Honorable Speaker, I beg to move.
Yes, Atandi.
But I've already done the third reading. I've already done the third. If you read it third time, I already did that. Honorable Speaker, I've already done that.
No, you haven't. Go ahead.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that the Appropriations Bill, National Assembly Bill number 36 of 2026, be now read a third time. And I also request the Honorable Junet Mohammed to second. I already did that.
Mr. Speaker, I second.
Honourable members, I now propose the question ordered. I now propose the question, which is that the Appropriations Bill, National Assembly Bill number 36 of 2026, be now read a third time. I put the question. I now put the question, which is that the Appropriations Bill, National Assembly Bill number 36 of 2026, be now read a third time. As members of that opinion say aye. Aye. Will those of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
A bill for an act of parliament to authorize the issuance of a sum of money out of the consolidated fund and its application towards the service of the year ending on the 30th June 2027, and to appropriate that sum and a sum voted on account by the National Assembly for certain public services and purposes.
Honourable members, yes, Junet, you have something to say? Honourable members, we did pass a motion that will sit until we finish priority business or until the end of the day, which is midnight. In my estimation, we have finished priority business. I now ask you to be upstanding. Honourable members, the time being 9:20 p.m., the House stands adjourned until Tuesday, the 23rd of June 2026 at 2:30 p.m. For those who are going to watch football, I wish you a good time.